Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Started like where some of us are
from ODPC, our partner, which is Kishoi from CFYE, our partners from Kenya Bank Association, and the superstars of the day. How are you today? Yes? Mnasikia aje? Mnasikia mko shujaa, yes? How many years is that from today? Back? 9. We were sitting in a small room on Chalby Drive with 7 students from, I think 3 from, how many were they? UN, JQuat, USIU, 6 students. And at that time we were struggling because you'll go out, you'll get students from universities, and when you try to give them work to do, you now become a teacher. Now, I'm supposed to be selling and looking for deals so that I can pay you and also pay myself. Now, what happens when I start training you? At the same time, I need to look for the work. So we got into a very close relationship with USIU through Dr. Paula, and we said it can't work. We now need to go out and start working with the universities. And I remember that time, Professor Njiku Nganga from UON, there was a professor from JQuat, and another one from JQuat Taita Taveta, and we started working on this slowly. So that was 2016. 2017, again, we found a new way of doing it where we launched our first cohort. 2018, we widened the pool to get more universities, so we had people from different universities, just not in Nairobi. And then 2019, we launched high school clubs where we'll go to schools. We even had a competition. I remember there was Kapsabet High, there was Moi, Moi Girls in Eldoret, a few other schools from Nairobi. 2020, we did some research together with Kenya bankers, and at that time we realized, you know what? The problem is bigger than we thought. Because when we looked at the numbers, we realized we had a problem. Now, the problem with innovation is unless you're driven, you'll never get there. That is the problem with innovation. So when you hear Silicon Valley or Israel is innovating or the Chinese innovating, it's not like somebody pays you to innovate. It's you driven and continue pushing and building a vision. And that is the gap we have. Because we expect employment, but we don't know that somebody has to push that. When you look at Cyber Shujaa, the combination of Serianu, USIU, and Kenya bankers, we can easily sit in our own spaces and be comfortable. Of course, USIU can continue giving certificates. Serianu, you can sell firewalls. What was I telling the other day? If you gave me the work of selling firewalls in Africa, I can sell firewalls. I will go to Gambia. I will go to Malawi. But the problem with that is we are not innovating. We are not building IP. Most of us have land. Have you ever asked yourself what happens when you no longer have land to sell? Yes? For those of you who come places where you inherit land, you go back, you realize you have like 15 cousins looking to inherit the same land. Do you stay there or you leave? You leave. So we now have to start looking at how do you build IP. We are very lucky as a country, we are able to jump onto things. There was this time I met the central bank governor from Gambia, and he was telling us a story of a Kenyan who came in as a salesperson. This gentleman came to sell Microsoft Navision, but he was not the technical person. But the team liked him so much, they told him, can you also deploy? So of course, being a Kenyan, he never said no in the session. He said no. So he said, if I bill, you'll pay me. He said, yes. So he gave them an invoice, and they paid him $5,000. So he took on the job. But he had never informed the people where he had come from that he had gotten the job. Now, I like the part of him showing the confidence. I don't like the part where he gets stuck with the job and he can't deliver. But that first step, if we can use that confidence to build and push all that, I think we have an opportunity. Just need my slide back. Media team. Sorry, so as they do that. So as you think about that's the journey, as Cyber Shujaa in 2021, we reached out to CFIE and applied for a grant because we realized the task at hand was bigger than we could handle ourselves. And CFIE came on board, provided some funding, but also required us to also be able to support the funding. So it was a matching fund where they will give some funding, and USIU, Kenya Bankers, and Serianu will also support the fund by 50-50. So we started the program. We had our first Cyber Shujaa cohort students from 67 universities. And 2022, we had our first graduation, over 300 students. Program expanded to 2024, placement successfully in 2025, over 1,500 candidates. How many universities do you think there are in Kenya? This side. How many universities do you think there are in Kenya? You can raise your hand. How many? 60. You're in this session, you already failed. Here? How many universities do you think there are in Kenya? Here? Anyone? 80. How many universities? We'll not take away your certificate, you'll keep your certificate, don't worry. Jibutu. How many universities? Here? You don't know. Prof. Paul, how many are there? 90. And the other ones we don't know about. All right. So when you think about it, the real goal of the program is to engage the youth. When you finish your degree, one of the challenges you face is you're forced to go out and start looking for a job. The problem with jobs is people are not sitting there to again train you. And therefore, the first day you show up, you need to be able to understand what you're doing. In a lot of environments, we have Microsoft, we have Oracle, we have all these technologies that are already working. Now, some organizations are kind enough, they have a graduate program or an internship program that allows you to go in. So our goal then is to look at it and say, how then can we be able to address that gap? And when you think about transitioning, even just finishing school, you focus so much on your exams that you don't have enough time or energy to think about what world you're going into. So the whole purpose of this program is then to go in and look at the gaps and find out how can we be able to support you through that journey. So these are just some of the pictures we got from our high school programs. I told you about Kapsabet High and other schools. Then we think about some of the key learnings. Youth are hungry for opportunities. I receive almost 30 CVs in my email every week. And they're good CVs. They're good CVs. Because I read the CVs. And now with AI, it's even easier. It will tell me what you're looking at and what you have. 30 CVs every week. Multiply that by 4. Yes, almost 120. Very good CVs. Number 2, women are underrepresented in the tech space. So we run a monitoring center. And what we found out is when we work with women, as opposed to men, there are different things they bring to the job. I'll give you a very good example. And this is my own observation. When a man or a boy when a men are doing the monitoring, when they see an incident they've seen before, they quickly make their own decision to say, this must be the thing I saw yesterday. When ladies do the same monitoring, they ask themselves twice. So for example, you'll see malware. They'll say, I saw this malware, but can I validate? We're together. And the team here can tell you that. So when you call, if a lady is on shift and you ask her, what is this? There'll be a clear story telling you, oh, I saw this incident. It was related to this and this and this and this. If you ask a man or a gentleman, they will tell you, yeah, this system has been giving us problems the past few weeks. It must be that. Are we together? And it's not a bias. It's just that sometimes you need a combination of those skills in the command center so you're able to do that. Unfortunately, women are underrepresented in the tech space, and we have to address that. Cybersecurity skills gap is also increasing. We now have AI, we now have agents, we have all these things. So it becomes critical for you to continuously learn and be able to appreciate what's changing in the industry. Cyber threats are getting more complex. We are now seeing AI attacks. Literally, somebody will buy a server on Azure and start sending these scans to your network. And the scans run 24/7. Meanwhile, you do a pen test every 2 years. You get the mismatch. So we have a major gap in that. Employee retention for great workers is hard. Ask us about it. When we were starting, it would be very difficult to keep an employee because the banks were coming after them. You've trained somebody for a year, banks come. But you know, banks give you interest on loans at 5% sometimes, yeah? 5%. Naiku, you're here. One of our first graduates. I have not seen you. Yeah, so you can't compete 5%. You can't compete medical cover that can take you to whichever hospital. So that becomes something else, and I'm glad eventually the bankers came on board and we able to address that. Concentration of skills in Nairobi and its environs. In 2017, when WannaCry happened, there was a problem. All the top cybersecurity experts were taken by the big banks. What about that Cisco in Kisii? What about that Cisco in Meru? Who was working with them? IT support. Do they understand cybersecurity? No. Lakini yuko tu. When you ask them, how is this thing going to be fixed? Nime switch off machine, wacha ni restart. ISYC kama itaenda. You get it? It's like someone telling you have been attacked and saying, wacha tu nifungue gate nione kama itafunga. We're together. So when you think about that concentration, one of the key pillars of this project is to make sure we distribute these skills outside Nairobi. We want to see people in Kilifi, we want to see people in Kitale, because within those areas there are people on M-Pesa. Last year we saw quite a number of attacks within the Bomet, and it's not Mulot, within the Bomet Kisii region, especially targeting older women. You cannot wait for somebody to come to from Nairobi to fix those issues. And that's what you're looking for. So far again, in terms of program, the consortium, as I said, is Serianu Limited, Kenya Bankers, USIU, and CFYE. Target group is 18 to 35. That's our youth. I know there are people who are 50, sometimes they call themselves youth. Just not for CFYE for now. Project Impact contribute towards dynamic, inclusive cybersecurity ecosystem for the financial services sector that creates links and improves decent jobs. We've gone beyond financial services. We do what you call job matching. Our job matching is about matching young people with decent IT and cybersecurity jobs. We have a program, we have a career advisory team. Their work is to make sure you get jobs. And we'll support you through that process. How many have already gotten jobs? How many are searching? Okay, good. All right. The next one is job creation. So an entrepreneurship part, which also supports that whole process to get you there. Then you have job improvement, which is able to get you to move beyond what you're currently doing. So in terms of program activities, The very first item is we look at is what you call curriculum design. So working very closely with USIU, we're able to develop the curriculum. Then you have recruitment, where you go online and you apply for the jobs. Then you have the immersion, where you have tailored program, including skills development. The next one is employer needs assessment, a review of top needs from industry, employer onboarding, and then framework, placement framework, where somebody works with you through your CV, review processes to assist you to get through that. Our goal is to create a prosperous future for 4,850 plus, 5,000, support them in acquiring gainful employment, and 50% has to be women, so that we balance again the diversity around that. Our achievements so far, since May 2022, we've trained over 300 plus. That means including certification. Some people started, don't finish, which means they've been trained, but they did not get the certification. That's 5,000. But the 3,000 are those who finished. We've placed 2,073. One of the biggest challenges with placement is you have to convince these industries that this is the right person. And on a daily basis, that's the work we're doing. We go out and insist. In organization, for example, if you don't have Cyber Shujaa, you're not going to get hired. And we're insisting across. We are now talking to insurance industry. We are moving that, even manufacturing, even outside Kenya, to show them that you are the right people to get into those jobs. We have 10,023 total jobs matched, 1,023, 1,009 total jobs improved, and 41 total jobs created, which talks about entrepreneurship. We've trained over 3,000 individuals in 1,000 hours plus of training, security analysts, 10 cohorts, cloud and network security, Cloud Security Masterclass, Data and AI, our newest program, and you'll see quite a bit of change there. Cisco Ethical Hacking, 3-hour cohorts, EC Council Cybersecurity Essentials, 3 cohorts, Women Cybersecurity Mentorship Program, 4 cohorts, Data Protection, 11 cohorts, Entrepreneurship Business Development, 8 cohorts, Soft Skills Masterclass, 2 cohorts. We have developed 5 comprehensive curricula in security analysts, data protection, cloud and network security, and successfully placed 1,500 plus candidates in various roles related to cybersecurity. 70 sessions held for job hunting and mentorship. And in partnership with ICT Authority, we've trained 600 plus public sector employees, working closely with Microsoft, which launched the ADC Security Skilling Program from May 2024. So again, we are looking at more partnerships. Just this morning, I think we were talking to one of the guests, and they're telling us some of the things they're looking at, and we'd like to expand those capabilities that we're offering. We'd like to partner with more organizations to enhance cybersecurity skills, expand our focus beyond training into research. This is an area we're really, really struggling. We are struggling with research, and I can't emphasize that. All the work that we are seeing in a lot of our universities is good work. We release papers, we publish papers, but that part of implementing those papers, we are struggling. We have a very good framework we've developed called CIVEC framework. It's been adopted by quite a number of regulators even across Africa. But we don't have university researchers coming on board to say, let's take this, let's own it. So it's a major gap that we have to address in Africa, and especially in these days of AI, where we have tools, LLMs that have Western knowledge in those tools. You will not be represented until we start building LLMs that speak to us. If you thought initially that the internet knowledge was racist, wait until you now start using AI in full force, and our kids are adopting it. It doesn't have enough knowledge about our culture. Historically, we've not been very good documenters of our history. And what that means is you're very likely to pick profiles of the Western or even the Asian culture. So it's a time we have to get into research and start addressing our challenges from that level. So we are very keen on that. It requires a lot of effort and time, but we'll find ways of doing it. And of course, build stronger peer mentorship through Alumni Network and secure additional funding for the next phases and all that. As I wrap up, I think I'm excited about what we are doing. It's a little bit frustrating as you go through the process and you look for jobs to make sure you get the right jobs. But ladies and gentlemen, you've taken the first step. The second step is for you to continue networking, is to continue talking to the right people, is to keep in touch with the alumni network that we are setting at Cyber Shujaa. On our end, we don't sleep. We are in Nigeria. We are in Botswana. We are in all those markets, and we are telling them the things you're doing. And they're looking for these skills. They don't have enough of these skills. We even have a guest here from Botswana. They've not come yet. They actually specifically came to attend and understand what we're doing because these are the skills they're looking. So don't sit there and apply to 5 jobs and think everything is okay. Apply to 200. We're together? Yeah. We're in a very competitive market. Apply for the 200 jobs. If you're one of the ones sending your CVs to me 30, continue. You're together. Because we look at them and we do have success stories and it will turn out right. Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, thank you very much. And we hope we'll continue working together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, William. Thank you so much. As I said, when you grow up, right? When you grow up, you want to be better than him, isn't it? We said we are claiming poverty is not our portion, is it? And there's nothing wrong with being rich, right? And there's nothing wrong with driving a nice car, Cindy. We do not glorify poverty anywhere, and that is why we work so hard. The goodness of education, it's an inheritance you walk with. No one can take it away from you. Is that true? My girls, you go with it in the marriage, you live with it, but don't live. Just stay with it there. But it's something that somebody cannot take away from you, is it? Mwanaume hata ukinyang'anywa vitu yako yote, makaratasi yako ni yako. So thank you so much, William, for that brief. At this point, we want to showcase to our chief guests some of the things that we have been doing. You know, when William talks, he's talking as somebody who wrote a grant. But now we want to hear what has happened in the past. If this is the 5th one, how far have we come? So allow us to watch a couple of videos, just brief ones, to showcase the work that we've been doing at Cyber Shujaa. Media team?
First learned about Cyber Shujaa when they were advertising for the cohort that I joined. The advert was sent, I believe, in the Women Tech Makers Nairobi group. Yeah, so I was inspired to enroll by because I just finished my certification in as a cloud practitioner. I just finished my certification, and I figured, now what next? And then the advert came at a very timely manner, and I was like, yeah, it would be good to marry security and my skills that I'd earned in cloud. So I was inspired to enroll.
I learned about Cyber Shujaa through a LinkedIn, where I saw an advert for calling for people to apply.
I first learned about Cyber Shujaa when they were advertising for the cohort that I joined. The advert was sent, I believe, in the Women Tech Makers Nairobi group. Yeah, so I was inspired to enroll by because I just finished my certification in as a cloud practitioner. I just finished my certification, and I figured, now what next? And then the advert came at a very timely manner, and I was like, yeah, it would be good to marry security and my skills that I'd earned in cloud. So I was inspired to enroll.
I learned about Cyber Shujaa through a LinkedIn, where I saw an advert for calling for people to apply. By that time, I was looking for a course that was instructor-led as well as self-paced learning. So I applied, and I got the chance to be part of the Cyber Shujaa team.
I got into cybersecurity back then from my campus after having a an opportunity to get through the networking and network essentials, so I thought it could do better in my line of career.
I came to know Cyber Shujaa through a tour we did to Serianu in my final semester. So we were supposed to visit Serianu, so we went there, and then that's how I got to know about cybersecurity and Cyber Shujaa.
The program surpassed my expectations, actually. I wouldn't be able to pinpoint what my expectations were, but prior to signing up, I'd asked where the advert was shared, can someone who's been through the program give a testimonial? And everyone was like, you definitely should apply for this. And I was like, okay, why not? And then coming in, I expected to learn, you know, probably just the usual, but it was pretty hands-on. So it surpassed my expectations, actually.
Okay, the current problem with the cybersecurity fight that it is a skill set. The Cyber Shujaa team was really dedicated to ensure that we get the hard skills for us to be able to move to the next level. Then introducing us to where we can get the information about the cybersecurity, the WASP, and other websites where we can be doing more research. It really empowered us to ensure that we are able to deal with the current threats in the cybersecurity.
The key concepts I had during the training and the most interesting of all was to how to navigate through Kali Linux, and as well how to have penetration testing and threat analysis.
This course is very hands-on. It's very hands-on, and that's what I loved about it.
I think my biggest takeaway was security starts with you, especially as a developer. We tend to be careless every once in a while. I'll give a scenario. We did one task where part of the journey to discovering the vulnerability was a developer had pushed code to production with comments. Now these days, I'm very keen about that. So yeah, I think my biggest takeaway was, especially as someone in tech, you're the first person who needs to ensure you're building secure systems. You yourself are being secure in everything you do.
At the personal level, I would say that one of the skills that I learned and it is impacting me is the area of communication skills and the reporting skills, whereby maybe before I joined the Cyber Shujaa, I might not do it as I'm doing it right now. Then the hard skills in terms of able to do a penetration testing and giving a report to the client. That is also the skill that really impacted me.
I loved that we explored various popular cloud providers. I mean, systems are migrating to the cloud currently, and unless we make people's data secure in the cloud, then we will be doing a disservice to ourselves as an industry. So I loved that we tackled cloud extensively, it being the current in thing in terms of how data is stored and everything is handled. So yeah, it was very real time.
The program gives chance to everyone who is willing to take up the course, and being it is a free of charge course, you find that it is able to reach as many young people as possible, despite the course also being so detailing that it is able to cover a lot of details within the short time the runners are given to be enrolled for the course.
What I believe sets this program apart is the program is just 3 months, but it's intense. And it's not the kind of intense where you're doing a lot of things, but they're not very helpful. It's the kind of intense where you're doing a lot, but of very insightful things. So I think that is what sets the program apart. And also the fact that the curriculum is as broad as possible.
The program consists of well-trained trainers, and also the program has the opportunity for the trainer-learner interactions, as well as the ethical hacking labs that sets it at par compared to other programs?
One of the biggest achievement I have gained through these skills is landing an interview at a very big cloud provider. I happened to land an interview at Amazon simply by putting cybersecurity. I had to break down everything we covered in the program, and I am almost pretty sure that is what got me through the door. I unfortunately didn't get in, but I'm keen to try again, and I know what I learned will help.
Tell the person the process is competitive, and so if you get the chance, at least ensure you do your best.
Apply as soon as you can. In fact, you see that advert, apply, don't postpone it, just apply the very minute. It's a really good program. It's eye-opening and it's in-depth, so please do apply. I first learned about Cyber Shujaa when they were advertising for the cohort that I joined.
All right, thank you very much for the ladies who can be. Nowadays I walk to the bank confidently because I know people there. There's nothing as good as you go somewhere and somebody knows you. So if I'm stuck, at least I know there are people there who are going to help me. And next time it will be a story, isn't it? Most of the managers I'm seeing in the banks now have come from Cyber Shujaa. I'm seeing people in positions from Cyber Shujaa. So when I go there, I just stand like this. And then I pray that somebody will know me. And it always works. Beatrice, nobody will know you. I know you are our founder, and thank you so much, CFYE, but I'm the one they know. I'm the one they teach. But then again, even on my side, these students that I teach, because I'm a lecturer, have given me character development, na AI, na homework. It has reached a point where sometimes I'm marking ChatGPT. So I'm wondering, come and nipatie ChatGPT wrong. And all of us have gone to ChatGPT for these things. I have discovered that Paula had to give me a refresher course for what AI means. Me, when I was learning computers, there was no AI. We used floppy disks. My computers is 1998. This is makeup. So you can understand how many years I'm talking about. And in those days, we were doing floppy disks. And actually the viruses were actual cats. They ate the words themselves. But nowadays, they are not actual cats. They actually come like beautiful girls, isn't it? So I think then the next, that is why we have the more senior programs at Cyber Shujaa to cater for women like me who we are wondering what are these things that are happening. Yani unazima simu, unafungua simu, pesa imeenda. How? Na umeshinda na simu, si ati simu ilienda mahali. You're actually with your phone where you are. So I can imagine if this is Judy suffering, what about my mother in the village? And that is why we need as many people as we can in some of these programs. Now, moving forward, we have taken our time because we are also researchers. Prof. Paula is here. We're also researchers. Once you're in academia, you must do research. And we're doing research that is more informed. So one of the questions we have been asking ourselves is, what is the impact of this thing, by the way? We claim and we have evidence, and Beatrice knows we have evidence that we have actually placed over 2,000 graduates from Cyber Shujaa. Can you clap for yourselves? And that 2,000 does not include you people. So you can imagine if, and I'm praying, if there's one thing me and Paula we do is we pray for you people. Yani in your numbers ifike. We pray significantly so that we can also boast your numbers. That by the way, at wale wamegraduate wamepata kazi wote. And that's usually our prayer. And having said that, we have then gone and seen, we are not the only players. How is it in Kenya really? And that is why we have a report that we have done. It's called a skillings gap. We did one when we started the project. But now where we are at, we've reached a space where we want to see how far we have really gone. We may think we have done well, but we know there's still a lot to be done out there, especially for the girl child. If there's an area the girl child has not perfected in cybersecurity, you know, we have done well everywhere else, isn't it? But when it comes to cybersecurity, for some reason, we're having a problem because the girl child, I don't know why they want to do courses other than cybersecurity. What's up? Is it hard? Is it hard? Huh? Did you find it hard? Because even as we speak right now, I am still wondering how to do 50% women, and I think we've done quite a good job at it. So let me invite Beatrice to come and say hi. Beatrice is responsible for any food you have eaten, any course you have taken, anything you have done in the program, money-wise. Hata ile search nilisema urudishe, hata yu amelipia, si ndio? Karibu Beatrice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, and all protocols observed. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I think you're sitting in a very good space, these young people. I hope you know that, yeah? You are sitting in a very, very good space, and I think I am very, very proud of you, you know? My name is Beatrice. I've been told to say hello, but I think I have to say something little. Because I can't forget the journey we have walked with Cyber Shujaa since 2021, when we sat and I mean, everything looked like a dream. But for me to stand here and see the results that they have posted over the years, I am very proud of this program, you know. I work for Palladium, and I lead the Challenge Fund for Youth Employment. CFYE is a program that is funded by the Dutch government to support youth employment in Kenya, in Africa, let's say in Africa and the MENA region. We are implementing this program across 11 countries, and Kenya being one of them. So in Kenya, specifically, we have worked with more than 20 implementing partners, Serianu being one of them, and they have really, really made us proud, yeah? To say the least, this program was ending last year, 2024, and because they delivered outstanding results, we decided to fund them a second time. So clap for them. This is really outstanding. Yeah? And I like the fact that they work, we challenge them to bring 50% women. I think we are at 40, have we hit 40%? We still have some work to do there to bridge the gap. So how many women are graduating today? Let me see by show of hand. Clap for these women. They have dared, yeah? And I really like it that our Dr. Paula is a lady because she models what she speaks about, you know? And I'm challenging these women to take up these courses. It's really, really amazing. I want to say something small before I sit down. The challenge or the problem of projects is at the end. Our program is set to end in 2026, December. But when I look at this program, the Cyber Shujaa, I am sure that it will stay longer and forever, hopefully. Yeah? As long as we have threats, and I think they are evolving every day, this program will stand because they are sustainable. And I think one of the things I like about the Challenge Fund for Youth Employment is that we work with private sector organizations. So we work with organizations that are going concerns. So we don't fund NGOs. We bring in the element of private sector to ensure that these programs go beyond the funding. And that's what we've seen with this program. It's set to go on and on and on beyond the funding that we've given. But to the graduates, first of all, is to say congratulations to all of you for the resilience that you have shown to learn. It's amazing. And I want to say that cybersecurity is not just about systems and coding, you know, and learning, but you're defending lives, isn't it? Because I'm sure you'll be working with hospitals, you'll be working with banks, insurance companies, and I think everyone, even at a personal level, we need this defense that you're going to be offering us. So for me, when I see this, I don't just see people who learned technical skills, yeah? I am seeing people who have purpose, you have integrity, and you have resilience. So it's just beyond getting into class and getting technical skills. So congratulations again. On behalf of the Dutch Embassy, they were meant to be here with us. Unfortunately, somebody had to travel out of the country, so they didn't make it. but I want to appreciate them in absentia because we have been funded through this program by the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So on their behalf, I want to say thank you to them, to their government, for working with us. And I also want to say congratulations to the team that has been behind our Cyber Shujaa program. They have really worked without getting tired. When we said that we are targeting 50% women, it sounded like it's just very easy for them to bring on 50% women. But Judy can tell you, Professor Judy can tell you that it's been an uphill task. And not just for cyber security programs, across all the programs where we are implementing, we have seen the challenge of bringing on women. So I think we have to keep taking on this challenge, encouraging women, modeling for the women so that they can see others who have gone ahead of them. Otherwise, for me, is to say congratulations, and we are very, very proud of the Cyber Shujaa program. Congratulations.
There's nothing as good as a funder who walks with you. Beatrice is always a phone call away until you have seen she's on our side of the program, not the side of the guests, as one of the person who's been there. So thank you so much for the support you have given us over the years, and we are really grateful, and we are also praying. No, our prayers are many. But we're also praying that the Netherlands can think again. Sidhani hiyo pesa imeisha malilikuwa, si ndio? Si bado nalipa taxes huko. Wanaweza tuendelezea tena zingine, tupate zingine na zingine. Ama mnaona aje? So that it doesn't end with us who are sitting in this particular part. So we'd like to welcome Banis Onyango, a manager at the Kenya Bankers Institution. Karibu Banis. Her work is to talk to us about the nice things she wants to say. But in addition to that, we also want to ask her to help us launch our report, which we'll be sharing today, that goes live immediately this broadcast is over. Thank you.
Madam Data Commissioner, Emmanuel Kasait, Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. Our hosts today, USIU, DBC Dr. Boiwo. Our partners, Serianu, ICT Authority, CFYE, our funders, and graduands. Good morning. How are you? How are you feeling this morning? Are you excited? Really, you don't look excited. You should be very happy after 3 months of, resilience, and today being the day that you now actually graduate. We are all happy and really proud to be here today. Yes, my name is Bani Sonyango from the Kenya Bankers Association. Let me introduce the Kenya Bankers Association. It is an industry body that really advocates for commercial banks that are licensed and regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya. And it is really an honor and a privilege for us to be part of this initiative called Cyber Shujaa, which we started in March 2022. And from the previous speakers, you really have seen how far this program has come. And on our part, we really are excited about what is happening today on your graduation, because as you will see, because now I have the task of just taking you through in terms of highlights on the report that we'll be launching today, that we can't wait to receive you on the other side. Yeah, so are you ready to join us? Have you applied? Okay, thank you so much. Let me start with report, and I think I'll just go straight into it and just look at some of the findings from the report. So we see that in Q1 of 2025, we had about 2.5 billion cyber attacks in Kenya. And that is a 201% increase, from last year around the same time. Is technology? Somebody can help, it's not moving. Maybe I can just proceed. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, the report shows that 2.5 billion cyber attacks in Kenya in Q1 of 2025. That is a 201% increase from the same time last year. And basically what that means is that if you look at our population in Kenya, it means every Kenyan in a span of 3 months was attacked about 50 times. Is that crazy or what? 50 cyber attacks in just 3 months? I mean, those numbers are really out of this world. Then we see from a report by IBM showing that there's a global shortage of about 4.8 million cybersecurity professionals. And this is global, which means that even in advanced markets, they're still not able to really recruit and get the talent that they require to support this very critical and evolving area. Then that report also says that organizations with staff shortages face $1.76 million higher costs for breach. So that basically means that where you don't have the right skills, in comparison to even just having the people who are trained but then maybe do not have the hands-on experience, the cost element to that is way higher. Then youth unemployment in Kenya is at 39%. We see this as the highest in East Africa. And when you go further into the report, you see that there's a high demand, thousands of unfilled cybersecurity jobs. So clearly a paradox there, where we have high rates of youth unemployment, but then even higher numbers when it comes to unfilled cybersecurity roles. Clearly a mismatch between the skills that are being taught and the skills that employers need. Now, from those statistics, we can clearly see that cyber threats are escalating. They're really growing. We are seeing youth population untapped workforce because we have graduates who are sitting at home without opportunities, but then we have employers who are sitting again with unfilled positions. From the report, we see that employers are facing difficulty filling these critical roles. And when we look at those roles, we have emerging roles such as cyber law. We have digital forensic and incident response roles. We have security analyst roles. All these roles, we find that employers are complaining that they are unable to fill. And some of the reasons they are giving us is because of the lack of the technical know-how. So again, this speaks to the kind of graduates that really we are churning out. Are we aligning some of this curricula that we have within academia to then speak to the needs within the industry? Let me go a bit deeper into what we see with the employer findings. So the employers say that the hardest roles to fill, as I had said, are digital forensics and incident response, cloud security experts, and ethical hackers. And from the report, they say that this is nearly impossible to fill. So these roles are pretty scarce. Yeah. Then we look at then the barriers to hiring. What are these barriers that make it impossible for then our employers to hire the graduates that we are churning out from our universities? So there's a lack of technical skills, as mentioned, and lack of soft skills. Yeah, and I know that was alluded to earlier, but just brainstorming on some of these soft skills: personal branding, employability skills. I know young people today look at employment quite differently from how the older generation looked at employment. And also within the employment space, we are finding a challenge of multi-generational workforce, where you have to balance different priorities and nuances. But it is interesting to see how even technology is supporting the integration of this multi-generational workforce. Then we see 59% of employers saying that they provide in-house training. What does this then mean? It means that employers are really willing to hire and train, but they really need stronger pipelines. So they need us to churn out graduates who are work ready. When we look at the academia findings, we see that we have about 15 universities in Kenya that are offering cybersecurity programs. These universities churn out about 1,500 graduates annually. 57% of these universities, again from the report, align their curricula with some of the cyber certifications, such as Cisco, Ethical. But then we see collaboration with industry as being a bit shallow. What I can say is that collaboration is limited to, mainly attachments and internships, but there is really need for us to co-create, so that even by the time you're churning out these graduates, really they're responding to the needs within the industry. So we don't create a situation like what we have now, where we, at the banking industry, for example, there is a huge shortage in terms of it. So academia and industry must collaborate. When you look at graduate findings, and the report really gives perspective into cybersecurity graduates. The report surveyed 281 graduates, 70% male, 30% female, 99% of those under 35. So that is really the youth demographic. And when we looked at employment status, 36 unemployed, 28% in full-time employment, with the other percentages distributed amongst part-time contracts and opportunities. But it also again speaks to the technical skills gap, where employers are saying, we need people who have, for example, cryptography. Yeah. We need digital forensics. We need cyber law. Those are areas that are upcoming. What are our universities doing towards that? Then the soft skills, as mentioned: personal branding, negotiation, report writing, leadership. So again, employers are saying, we don't only want technicians, people who are able to do the job. We want people who can actually translate some of these technical findings into business language. How do you do a report on an incident, for example? Yeah? Are you able to communicate that and say, the incident was reported at a particular time, contained at this particular time, in between what happened? Yeah? So just being able to translate the technical aspect into what now the business can understand. I had a slide on impact stories, but I really enjoyed the impact videos that were shared. Maybe I'll just read what I picked from the report. There's a lady called Renee who started as a system administrator. Then through Cyber Shujaa, she became a cybersecurity officer and is now pursuing a master's in the UK. Then we have Gloria, who had no real cybersecurity training in university, but after Cyber Shujaa, she became an ICT risk manager at Kingdom Bank. Hash graduated, joined Cyber Shujaa, and within 3 years, moved from entry level to senior associate at Grant Thornton. So basically what we are saying is that these stories show that structured, practical programs like Cyber Shujaa actually work. Yeah, we are not just trying to tick a box here. We are really transforming lives, and you can even tell from the impact videos that we watched. Now, when we look at the recommendations, the report gives 6 clear recommendations. The first one is align curricula with industry demand. And I really just want to pause a minute here and say, I know we review some of the curriculum. We have a 3-year review cycle. It is important that we shorten that review period, because with technology is moving faster than that 3-year review cycle. If you want to really supply the different sectors within the country towards economic growth, then you have to find a way of reviewing, that curriculum faster, so that then you're churning relevant and work-ready professionals who can then very easily integrate into the workforce. Then scale hands-on training and certifications, again, just in response to what is needed. Then number 3, promote women and diversity. I know there was a question asked about how many women are graduating today, and it was really good to see that there is quite a number. But the report puts it at about, I think, less than 50% of women are going into these cyber roles. What does that mean? It means that you're leaving out half, of the population in making those critical decisions and giving their perspective on matters that are this critical. So even for the women who are here, kindly encourage other women, to join these programs. Yeah, and I think we can also see how to introduce an element of coaching and mentorship so that you can really work with those who need that kind of support, so that they also lend their voice to the conversations and what is happening. Then a national framework for cyber qualifications, that would be really good, so that we can then have a framework that then dictates how we move and progress within the cybersecurity space. Then sustainable funding. We are looking at having more sponsors, donors coming into this space so that we can work together. And then retain talent locally. And that is very important, We see the Middle East now coming to raid our country, for this talent that we also desperately need here. When you look at these figures of 2.5 billion attacks, really we need those skills here. Now, my call to action. So the cybersecurity skills gap is not just an IT concern. It's an economic security and national resilience issue. So every sector has a role to play. As industry, I think on our part, we are committing to placements and mentorships. We want to be that recipient of the graduates who are ready for the workplace. On academia, I think the plea is really just to reform the curricula, shorten that cycle, kindly allow us to co-create so that you're not just coming out with curriculum that is based on, maybe assumptions on what is needed, but you're really, really engaging with the relevant stakeholders to know what do we really need, so that by the time somebody has gone through an entire program, they are almost certain to get a role or a job, whether it's in banking or any other sector. So engage us kindly. For government, I think it's policy incentives. It's high time that institutions that are now focusing on cyber training receive some incentives, whether it's tax credits, and I know that is a very contentious, ask maybe right now, but yes, such incentives will go away to just ensuring that these institutions really are motivated to continue with this task. And then mandate minimum cyber skills in critical sectors. For us within the banking sector, we have a regulator, the Central Bank of Kenya, who has mandated that every bank must have a risk officer. Why is it then that we cannot do this and have, cyber experts expected to be part of any organization, just to ensure that we are also protecting the organizations, but beyond that, even the country. Then for donors and development partners, scale-proven initiatives like Cyber Shujaa beyond the pilot phase. Yeah, come in for the long haul, because sometimes you leave when things are just picking up, Yeah, so stay with us, be with us for the long haul. So I think I will end there and really just plead that let's not work in silos, let's work together. Let's ensure that we are creating an environment that those who are coming after us can really contribute to the better good of the country. Yeah. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the graduands.
Thank you so much. I wish you knew how, for us in academia, a report is a very big thing, and we want to allow our guests to stretch their legs by coming in front. We do a photo shoot with our books. By the way, for academia, that is our it. When we reach there, we are very happy. Prof. Paula, writers, please come, because I know we've been using a report that was done by Serianu in 2018 every time to reference on the skilling gap, and allow us this time to be proud of what we have done. And we want to do it every year just so that people can now be using the one we have written this time. So we want to launch our report officially. Thank you, madam, for being with us. Press, which place? Mkuje mtupange, sisi ni walimu. This one I am inside. So thank you so much. So we are now entering the main session, where we'll be having most of our speeches being done by the chief guest. I now hand over to my co-MC, Duncan, to take us over with the program. Karibu, Duncan.
Thank you again. And I hope we are together and we continue together. And as we do that, now we'll like to hear the speeches from our chief guest. But before we do that, I'd like to welcome Dr. Boyo back on stage, just to welcome and salute our chief guest, and they will pick up from there, and we'll continue. Thank you so much.
Great. Indeed, reports for us in academia is a very important thing. And that was a wonderful report. Can we appreciate that great word? Recently, we launched the National Policy Framework for Career Services. And Madam Commissioner I think there is a recommendation here that looks quite interesting. I think it's a conversation you may want to pick and look at how the national framework for cyber, you called it cyber what? Certification looks like. Because really it's going to shape how we are going to do business. If you look at how our physical jobs are shrinking at 25%, but jobs in virtual space are growing by 60%, it tells you where we need to invest. Let's appreciate this team again for putting this wonderful report together. And you can be sure I'll be carrying the recommendations to the Senate that speaks to us. And USI has been doing quite well in terms of reviewing our curricula in time and making sure that we are quite responsive. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have a great team, wonderful guests who have joined us today. And I want just to be introducing one who will be picking up from there. We'll make a few comments, and then we'll proceed to continue. And I know we are going to do that within good time, and we are going to learn quite a lot. Let me acknowledge the presence of Philip Irode, who I'll be calling shortly, who is the Deputy Director, Information Security at ICT Authority. I'll introduce him. He will come make his remarks, and then he will have an opportunity to introduce the Secretary ICT, who, after speaking, will also have that opportunity to bring to us our keynote speaker. Philip is a transformational technology leader with an accomplished business innovations, leveraging on enterprise risk, information system security strategies, business continuity programs to accelerate business growth and provide competitive advantage for operational excellence and return on investments. Hey, that is big. Can we appreciate Philip? Let's give him a round of applause. That's big. I don't know. I think we went to wrong university, so that was wrong time. That we have such great people speaking to us. A round of applause for Philip, please. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
All protocols are observed. Madam Data Commissioner, our Secretary, our hosts, and all the partners. Good morning. Morning once again. It's a great privilege for me to be here, and I really am amazed by the plans that have gone into making this event such a success. And I'm glad to be also, sharing the same podium with great minds, some of them who have been my mentors in my formative years in my career, speaking about Secretary Carter here. So thank you so very much, Serianu. I think you've done a great job. And I'm also privileged to be a partner whom we have, done other exercises around cybersecurity together. This morning, I stand here before you representing our CEO, Madam Zilpha, who couldn't be here with us due to some other engagements, but she's ably represented. And William, I think I'd like to point out one student whom I've seen in the hall, whom I'm already working with. Derek, can you raise your hand wherever you are? Yeah. Derek is one of our SOC analysts. He's already doing some good works for us. And I think where we sit, all of us have been victims of a cyber incident. Who can raise their hand and say they've never experienced a cyber incident? We've all been victims, right? Yeah, so when you hear about, government websites, email services, Derek is part of our team that helps us in ensuring that our platforms and our digital assets are secured. So without so much ado, allow me to read the speech by our CEO, Madam Zilpha Owiti, who was meant to be here this morning. Distinguished guests, partners, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to join you today at this 5th Cyber Shujaa Graduation ceremony, a milestone that reflects we can achieve when academia, industry, and government work side by side. This event is not only a graduation, it is a statement that Kenya is investing in its people as the foundation of its digital resilience. At the ICT Authority, we see firsthand both the opportunities and the vulnerabilities that come with digitalization. As government services move online, from health to taxation to e-citizen, the demand for trusted, skilled professionals has never been greater. Every digital platform we roll out is only as strong as the people protecting it. And here lies our greatest challenge, the skills gap. Cyber Shujaa is responding to this challenge in a way that is practical, inclusive, and deeply impactful. In just 3 years, it has trained more than 5,000 individuals and prepared them for real-world roles. Over 2,000 graduates are already serving in banks, telcos, government agencies, and technology firms, while more than 40 are running their own ventures. These are not abstract numbers. They are stories of young Kenyans moving from unemployment to employment, from potential to opportunity. For us at the ICT Authority, the impact goes further. More than 7,000 government employees from various ministries and agencies, including those working on e-citizen, have received training through Cyber Shujaa. Thank you for that effort. This has strengthened not just individual careers, but also the resilience of critical government platforms that millions of Kenyans rely on every day. Equally important, the program has been deliberate about inclusion. Through Women in Cybersecurity boot camps and mentorship, it has opened doors for young women to enter and thrive in a field where they have long been underrepresented. This is the kind of progress Kenya needs, growth that is both technical and inclusive. To our graduates, you are stepping into roles that matter. Every log you analyze, every vulnerability you patch, every system you protect will directly influence Kenya's digital confidence. Remember that cybersecurity is not just about technology, it is about people, trust, and services. To our partners, Serianu, USIU Africa, the Kenya Bankers Association, and our development collaborators, I say thank you. Together, we have created a model that works, a program that develops talent, creates jobs, and secures systems at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, this graduation shows us the future we want for Kenya, a future where skills, equal opportunities, where young people are empowered to lead, and where digital transformation is matched with digital resilience. Congratulations to Cyber Shujaa graduates. You are not just securing careers, you are securing tomorrow, Kenya's tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate. We can give him a better round of applause. We are securing the future of Kenya. We are proud of you, graduates. Let's appreciate our graduates. Appreciate yourself. Thank you. Thank you. That is very profound. And once again, Philip, we are so grateful. We really appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen, quick and swift, allow me to welcome on stage Emmanuel Carter, who is the Secretary, ICT, Security and Audit Control, State Department of ICT and Digital Economy, which is in the Ministry of Information, Communication, and the Digital Economy. That is big, and we appreciate that you found time to join us today. A round of applause for Mr. Emmanuel Carter, please. You're welcome, sir.
DVC, to our chief guests, Madam Immaculate Kasait, Data Commissioner, who is representing our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable William Kafogo, to William Makatiani, the CEO, Serianu, and a long friend of mine. This is great. To Philip Irode from ICTA, Beatrice from Palladium, and our sponsors from Kenya Bankers Association, much appreciated. The Deputy Data Commissioner, Oscar. Graduates, good morning. Good morning once more. For me, it's great to be here. For the second time, last year I was here, graduating the cohort of last year, and now I'm here again to witness the graduation of another cohort. And this speaks, and today is very important for me because I'm also a proud father. My son is part of the graduates, and he'll be seeing him here. So I'll go straight to my remarks. It is an honor to be here today, representing the Principal Secretary for State Department of ICT and the Digital Economy. That's Engineer John Tanui, who would have very much wanted, this is a program he really cherishes, would have very much wanted to be here, but he is out on work just to see if he can expand the space to get the youth, because that's very important and quite key to this government jobs. But let's be real. This day isn't about me or any of the VIPs here. It is about the graduates, the trailblazers, the future of Kenya. So to every single one of you who hustled, who learned, who pushed past your limits to get here, congratulations. You earned this, and to the parents, trainers, and everyone who supported this journey, your belief in these young minds is what made this possible. We are in the middle of a massive digital transformation. Think about it. Our lives are lived online, from M-Pesa to e-citizen services. Everything is going digital. It's happening fast. But all this awesome connectivity comes with a serious challenge: cybersecurity. This isn't just a techie buzzword. It's the foundation of everything we are building. If our digital systems aren't safe, then our economy and our national security and our trust in the system all fall apart. That's where you come in. You are not just graduating from a program. You are stepping up to be the guardians of our digital future. The government gets this. We know that the best way to secure our digital world is to build up our own talent. That's why programs like Cyber Shujaa are so important. This initiative, which has empowered over 4,000 of you with great mad cyber skills, is directly linked to our national vision. We are not just creating jobs, we are creating a workforce that will transform Kenya into a knowledge-based economy. You are the key to closing the massive gap between demand for cybersecurity experts and the supply. And for your information, as of last year, the demand for cybersecurity professionals was over 3.5 billion worldwide. And it's the skills that you're getting that are needed. Now you need the practice. This whole thing didn't happen in a vacuum. It's a huge deal because of the incredible teamwork between Serianu Limited, the Kenya Bankers Association, USIU Africa, and Challenge Fund for Youth Development. Let's give them all a clap. This is a perfect example of how different sectors, public, private, academic, and international, can come together to create something incredible. They didn't just train you, they built a direct pipeline to jobs. The fact that 80% of you already have been placed in jobs is not just a statistic, it is a powerful statement that this model works, and it works brilliantly. Thank you to the team. Let's clap for them, please. We've all seen the headlines. Cyber threats are relentless. They don't care about borders. They are getting more sophisticated every day. But by building our own experts right here in Kenya, we are not just reacting to threats, we are building a strong, proactive defense system. You are part of that system now. And let's talk about inclusivity. When we started this, we wanted to make sure everyone had a seat at the table. I am especially proud that 41% of you are women. Yes, I know the target is 50, but 41 is good enough. Let's push to get the 50 mark and even beyond. We are pushing to hit 50%. For too long, STEM fields have been a boys' club. You are changing that narrative. You are proving that talent and passion are what matter, not gender. This is a huge step toward building a digital economy that benefits everyone and not just a select few. With great power comes responsibility. The rapid digitalization of our financial services, government platforms means we have to be super serious about data protection. People's personal information is on the line. The fact that professionals from over 80% of Kenya's banks have been upskilled in data protection through this program shows a deep commitment to standards. It shows we are serious about building trust and safeguarding the information of our citizens. Your role in this is crucial. You are not just protecting networks, you are protecting people's privacy and dignity. To the graduates, your journey does not end here. It's just beginning. You are now ambassadors of this mission. Your knowledge and skills are the bedrock of Kenya's digital future. I challenge you to stay hungry. The digital world moves at light speed. What's hot today is old news tomorrow. You have to keep learning, keep pushing boundaries, and never stop innovating. Your role is bigger than just your paycheck. You are now mentors for the next generation. You are policy influencers, you are innovators who can create solutions to challenges unique to Africa and beyond. Don't be afraid to step up and make your voice heard. The leaders from the industry and academia here today are ready to collaborate with you, network with them, find a mentor, start a company. The government is also here to support you. We are committed to creating policies, building infrastructure, and providing funding to help you launch your startups, contribute to our national cybersecurity frameworks, and help spread digital literacy across the country. I have to give a massive shout out to the Kenya Bankers Association and Serianu Limited. The financial services sector is the backbone of our economy, and their investment in human capital is what will make it resilient against cyber threats. This isn't just about business, it's about building lasting trust in our digital financial systems, and the USIU, and to USIU Africa, Your role as an academic partner is invaluable. The combination of practical skills and critical thinking you have instilled in these graduates is a powerful combination that will set them up for success. As we celebrate your graduation, let's look to the future with confidence. We are at a turning point. Kenya has a high advantage, and we aim to be the leader of the fourth industrial revolution in Africa, if not in the world. A youthful, vibrant, and tech-savvy population. You are that advantage. You are not just passive participants in the digital economy. You are here to lead it. You are pioneers of the new era where Kenya youth are at the forefront of technology and innovation, and not just consumers of it. In closing, I want to reiterate the government's unwavering support for programs like Cyber Shujaa. We continue to invest in ICT, create smart policies, build strong partnerships to ensure our digital ecosystem is secure, inclusive, and thriving. You, the graduates, are at the very heart of this vision. Congratulations again on this incredible achievement. Go forth with pride, purpose, and the knowledge that you hold the keys to Kenya's digital destiny. The future is in your hands, and it's looking bright. Thanks, and God bless. It is now my humble pleasure to welcome our chief guest, who is representing the CS, William Kafogo, and we'll welcome her with a clap of 5 factorial. Let's all wake up and welcome her with a 5 factorial clap. So we go 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2, 1. We're all mathematicians. That's all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1.
Thank you, Emmanuel. He's taken my thunder. I was actually going to make all of you stand. But it is well. Can we reflect, before I go to my salutations, Kenya is celebrating how many years of constitutionalism? So we are looking at 2010. Where were you in 2010? How many were in preschool? How many were in lower primary? Simchukue mkono juu kwa vishindo. We are celebrating a constitution, so how many were in lower primary? Hapa hakuna. Lower primary means class 7, class 8, hapo, si ndio? How many were in high school? How many were working? I was going to ask everything. You know, we're told we don't know William's age. I was going to check whether he's raising his hand. Let me go to my salutations. I'm very happy, by the way, Dr. Boy, what you don't know, this is my alma mater. I went here exactly 9 years ago to do my master's in business administration. So it's nice to be back home. But don't worry, as we did the posh one, where we went to Pan-Afric with nice food. I hear they did away with that one now. It's not there anymore. Okay. Dr. Boyo, who is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Life. I want to know what that is like. See you after the tent. Okay. Dr. Paula Musuva. It's nice to be posh, you know. Assistant Professor of Computing, USIU, William Mkatiani. Sijui William, it's my mother tongue that is interfering with the pronunciation of the second name. Philip Ilode, Emmanuel Kata, who is the Secretary ICT, Oscars, please simama watu, usalimie watu. That is the deputy commissioner at ODPC. I was telling William Ali, he was supposed to come and represent me. So, and then we have Beatrice Keshohi. Thank you for the funding. And as you can see, your contribution is highly appreciated. As we stand here today and reflect, I'm here on behalf of the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable His Excellency Honorable William Kafogo. He couldn't make it. He had urgent matter to attend to. He would really have loved to be here. Please accept his apology and his greetings. Mmeshika hizo salamu za waziri. Ebu mpigieni makofi waziri in absentia. As we stand here to reflect on the 5th Cyber Shujaa Graduation, I wish to begin by recognizing the commitment of the program by the partners, that is ICT Authority, the Kenyan Bankers Association, Serianu Limited, USIU, and various government department, private sector collaborators whose commitment, effort have made great strides in strengthening cyber security workforce. And Secretary Carter has really alluded to this. I am particularly pleased to note that we have over 700 government employees from various agencies who have already been trained through the Cyber Shujaa program. A clap, please. To the graduating cohort, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. Your discipline and hard work has been demonstrated by, I understand, every day. How many hours, William? Oh, it's free. Oh, yeah, I ask Paul. Dr. Paul, how many hours? Yes. Every day for 12 weeks. Oh, wow. Please clap for yourself. And going by the latest statistics, when Kenyans like to spend almost 7 hours on TikTok, it means you sacrifice the two. Hey, well done, man. Clap for yourselves again. Today, we unveil you as the next generation in the Kenyan digital frontier. Ladies and gentlemen, I note that Cyber Shujaa is more than just a training program. It's a national movement that reflects Kenyan readiness to confront the realities of an interconnected digital economy. And Secretary Carter has said, imagine, I think you're the only ones enjoying job excess, 3.5. You know me where I come from in the legal profession, kazi si mingi hivo. So I mean, you're in the right space. Please clap for yourself. It's in readiness to confront the reality of interconnection in the world where cyber threats has grown every day. This program ensures that we have a pool of highly trained professionals to safeguard our system, institution, and citizen. And as I became data commissioner, I remember back almost 5 years ago, somebody in the defense came to see me in the office. And one of the things he was very keen on, he said, we are no longer fighting wars in physical borders. That has shifted. The war has moved to the cyberspace. And now we know, isn't it? We know every single day we are confronted by cyber security threats. We know that I don't envy you because it means that the biggest fear is cyber security and therefore you don't sleep. That is a career you have chosen. I think close to you are doctors and nurses who have to look at the high dependence unit. You're taking care of lives. Because even though it's a profession, you're also taking on board a very, very huge responsibility. So we are training what I would say the Kenyan now frontiers, the people who will be at the front of making sure that we are safe as a country. Data security is central to this effort. It involves protecting sensitive information from authorized access, disclosure or alteration through encryption, access control, data loss prevention, strong backup and recovery measures. In the era of cloud computing, it's also important to embrace shared responsibility framework to secure application and data hosting beyond our borders. What is remarkable about this program is the breadth of skills and graduates have acquired from the data protection training, including mastery in data, inventory mapping, impact assessment, policy documentation, data privacy governance, to cyber analysts, cloud network security training, complemented by soft skills in ethical leadership, privacy governance, and professional communication. And we've had the testimonies from the cohorts before you. Equally significant is the program achieved a gender inclusion with female representation now at 41% and a clear ambition to reach the 50%. And I think since today we are celebrating 15 years of constitutionalism, that was one of the constitutional principles, that as a principle, the country must aspire to have no more than 2 genders are represented. 10 years ago, this sounded like a dream. So, Dr. Apollo, you're contributing to the achievement of constitutionalism in this country in the tech sector. Please clap for yourself. I cannot overstate the link between cybersecurity and data protection. Cybersecurity focuses on protecting networks and cyber systems from attacks, while data protection ensures that personal information is processed with dignity, fairness, and respect for rights. Both are essentials and neither can exist in isolation. In Kenya, this dual approach is anchored in our law, policies, in the cyber security ecosystem. And think about it. This is one of, and we've heard from Kenya bankers that this is a gap. And what this course is doing is bridging that gap. And the call to universities to actually then look at the curriculum. But beyond compliance, we must move towards a culture of privacy by design and by default. And you had one of the testimonies saying how a cyber threat was pushed through and they realized suddenly as the developers, you can actually expose the company to cyber threats without realizing. Embedding privacy safeguards at the very beginning of a system development, minimizing data collection, applying anonymization or pseudonymization, and enforcing strong access controls. This is how we shift from being reactive to being proactive, from responding to breaches to preventing them, from simply complying with the law to building a lasting digital trust. Ladies and gentlemen, what excites me most about this program is that the place young people at the very center of Kenya digital transformation. Our graduates are not just job seekers, they are leaders, they are defenders of privacy in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. The opportunities before you are vast for cybersecurity roles, such as penetration testing, security analyst, incident response, the compliance officers, privacy focus role as the data protection officers, privacy engineers, and risk managers. Those are a lot of jobs. Are they not? Jobs that 10 years ago, when wakati watu walikuwa natafuta katiba, were non-existent. Indeed, so when we had the story when William, you met and reflected about how to equip, those were non-existent then. So you're building also the job ecosystem. Yet technical skills alone will not be enough. Communication, policy interpretation, and ability to translate complex technical issues into clear and actionable insight are equally critical. I urge you to embrace this balance, for it will set you apart as professionals who not only secure system but also shape ethical digital culture. Looking ahead, I wish to highlight 3 national priorities. 1, mainstreaming cybersecurity skills into the national development. Cybersecurity is not an afterthought, it's a foundation of trust. As we expand digital IDs, e-government platforms, and public service online, We also embed cybersecurity skills and standards into every project. 2, expanding opportunities across the country. Talent is not confined to Nairobi. We will work with our partners to ensure youth from every county, from Kisumu to Mombasa, Eldoret to Turkana, have access to digital and cyber security training. 3, championing gender inclusivity. No country can afford to leave half of their talent behind. Programs such as Women in Cyber Boot Camp are a model we will expand and scale. Our goal is clear. Kenya digital workforce must reflect Kenyans' diversity. In closing, let me return to you graduates. You are pioneers of a safer, more trusted, and more inclusive digital Kenya. This graduation is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a lifelong calling. Stay updated because threats evolve faster than ever. Engage in continuous learning and constantly build both your technical and soft skill. Most importantly, remember that cybersecurity without data protection is incomplete. Whereas your career makes you a champion in cybersecurity and data protection, they must always work in sync. Congratulations once again, and may you continue to shine as the true Shujaas of the cyberspace. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. So now we will look to recognize and award some of our students who have done exemplary work and have shown themselves to be the best of the best. So I will cue something here. So we will play another insight video just to show us about the impact of Cyber Shujaa. And as that video plays, I will encourage those among us who are being awarded this morning just to step out and come to the aisle on my left here. You can see Prof. Judy has raised her hand there. So just step out and line up there so that we're able to cue you for the awards. But before we do that, just a question, and turn to the person next to you and ask them, what was the key highlight for you in the course that you did and what you studied through those many weeks? What did you learn? And to our chief guests and to our guests that are seated here, so that you're not left out, turn to your neighbor and ask them, what was your favorite subject in high school? So that even you have something to discuss. Who said mathematics? So yeah, we can make our way. If you are part of the team that is being awarded, just make your way to the aisle on my left, and we'll do that. To the media team, I hope you're ready. We can play the video. To the media team, please take it away.
Cybersecurity enthusiast, but currently work as a software engineer at EAI Scout Limited. What inspires me? The power of technology is what inspires me. That's how I got into cybersecurity, knowing how to manage threats, avoid them, and how to secure applications that I build for different companies.
I studied computer networks and cybersecurity while also practicing mobile app development, which is when I learned the importance of building secure software. My goal is to participate in the securing of software, specifically mobile, so as to have a healthier and more secure infrastructure as far as the internet is concerned.
I graduated 2023 from KCA and I did a Bachelor's of Business Information Technology. After graduation, I went through that trial and error phase to find out which path in tech resonates with me. And that's when I discovered the passion I have for cybersecurity.
The way I learned about Cyber Shujaa was from the local forums and even the social media. And what did inspire me to get into Cyber Shujaa, it was as a result of the practical skills that they do offer. Various schools within our country, they're not able to offer those skills as at par. Many of them offer the theoretical part, the theoretical bit of it, leaving out now the practical part, which is essential in this particular field, since the information is evolving and it requires one to be updated.
I previously worked at an e-commerce company. After my contract ended, I needed to upskill, and I was scrolling through LinkedIn and I saw the advert for the software security specialist course, which Cyber Shujaa was offering. And I thought, well, this is what I needed. So I enrolled in it because I needed to gain confidence in creating secure applications or products to provide solutions for existing customers.
My expectations with the program was to, of course, learn more about cybersecurity, but not only from a technical standpoint, but also from a social, because Cyber Shujaa is known for blending the two by having the technical sessions, the social sessions about the branding, the career coaching sessions. And so all that just says that yes, it did fulfill my expectations.
I expected to have the hands-on experience to see how data can be protected and how can it be attacked, how can it be vulnerable, so that I can also mitigate and be part of the protection of the data. The program has really made me to acquire the skills because it is structured in a way that it is practical through the labs. You can configure policies, data protection policies, retention policies to make sure that all our systems from the on-premise to the cloud apps are protected. So the program has really made me to acquire the skills.
The course did meet this standard by educating us on the aspect of now understanding all these type of threats and even knowing how to mitigate and deal with them.
The key concept that I've learned from this course of data protection and governance, it has given me a deeper understanding of data privacy principles. We have learned other governance fundamentals such as GDPR, HIPAA, DPIA, and we were able to navigate deeper with tools such as Microsoft Purview, and now I'm confident to navigate through that seamlessly. And this program has also impacted me on how to handle and protect sensitive data across different systems and platforms.
What sets this program apart from others in the industry is the content that is taught and the skills that we gain. Yeah. So the content that you are taught in the class is current with what is happening in the industry, the trends that are happening in the cybersecurity world, and also the assignments that you are given, they are to build on the skills that you gain in the class and also to build on other skills.
Well, some of the notable things I learned through Cyber Shujaa was cloud and network security, which was the first course that I did with Cyber Shujaa. And then I also learned about identity and access management from the software security specialist course that was held with Microsoft and Cyber Shujaa. And it helped me ensure that where I work, when it comes to ensuring who has access to the platforms, how they have access, ensuring multi-factor authentication, a lot of the things that I learned through Cyber Shujaa, and I'm now applying in my workplace.
So past few weeks, we've been doing an audit on Business Central, which is a Microsoft product. How I went about it and how we went about it as a team, even the suggestions I'd make, mainly were from what I learned with Cyber Shujaa.
I learned about software development lifecycle, penetration testing, which I believe there are more in the job market, is what people face right now.
I would say how Cyber Shujaa sets itself apart is because they blend in different aspects of their cybersecurity career, instead of just teaching you the hands-on skills in cybersecurity. They also teach you the social aspects, and not only that, they also show you how all of these are to be used in different concepts. And of course, lastly, they have all these mentorship sessions.
I have been sharing how we can secure our data from a friend, from your phone, from your laptop, through the browser that you use. And also we can also make our network secure. We can make sure that all sensitive information are secure, and also we have the consent to tell a person, why are you collecting my data and how are you going to use my data. And we can also request, if we have left a company or a school maybe, to delete your data from that particular company.
If it wasn't for Cyber Shujaa, I don't think I would have had the confidence to pursue some of the certifications that I'm doing now. For instance, the SC900, I always considered doing it, never had the confidence, but going through the software security course with Cyber Shujaa and Microsoft, I was able to do it, as well as the ability to include security when you're building a software application. I know a lot of us developers thinking on make sure it works, make sure it works, make sure it works. We're not thinking about how important security is. But now that that's there, I know how to do two different roles in one, which is proving very valuable to where I work.
So first and foremost, I would like to thank Cyber Shujaa for giving me this opportunity to train with them and gain more knowledge with their program. And I can say that it has really impacted my life in various ways. Since the knowledge that I did gain from this course or training were really invaluable, which before I can say that I never had such an experience. But after I took this course, I really did learn a lot, and currently it has motivated me to continue learning and yearning for more knowledge as of now.
I'm truly grateful for the organizers, the sponsors, our dear trainers, and my fellow participants who made this training impactful. Today I walk away not just as a trainee, but a change maker, ready to apply whatever knowledge I've gained from this program to the workplace or the organization that I'll be in.
How they care for you when they're trying to instruct you. They're not trying to fill you up with knowledge and throw you out there until you figure it out. Not only do they help you in the classrooms, they help you outside in terms of landing a job, showing you how to enhance your CV, different interviewing practices. If it's something you haven't considered, it's something you should consider now.
My advice to anybody considering applying to this program is don't think about it, just go for it, yeah, and you'll not regret it. Yeah.
And I will wish that they continue inspiring young people and more youth to make sure that our data and our organization are safe.
Thank you again. So, Prof. Judy, just checking you're good.
If you know you're being gifted, please come this side. Some of us are still seated in the crowd. We already told you we are giving you an excellence award, so please come over.
All right. So we'll give it 2 minutes, then we can start calling out the names.
Yes. In the meantime, we are looking for 4 volunteers. We are kind of short of watu wa mkono. Could we get 4 volunteers? 2 ladies, 2 guys. I've gotten one. Thank you. Get up. Another one. Just volunteers. Yes, I got another guy. I got another lady. I need one more guy. The guy in red. Thank you so much. You'll go to where the MC is. From behind. All right. You go to where the MC is.
Please make your way down here.
Let's appreciate them as they come.
Ukiona zile picha watapiga, you will pray, you wish you were the volunteer.
Year 5. Okay. All right. So we'll want to do something special and appreciate our guests. So at this point in time, I would like to welcome on stage Miss Immaculate Kasait just to come on stage as we appreciate and gift her. So let's clap.
Hiyo ndio kazi ya volunteer.
Please stand here. Please come.
So the volunteer will gift our chief guest. Thank you so much. No, sasa uzuri ungepiga hiyo picha, imagine ingekuwa wewe.
So you can proceed there and gift our chief guest and look at the camera.
Na ukae hapo mpaka picha ikae smart. Security.
Thank you so much. You can have your seat. Huyo amesubmit CV. Next on stage, please, Mr. Emmanuel Kata, just don't take your seat, just come and stand here. We would like to acknowledge you. So, that's another one. Let's appreciate him. Next on stage, I would like to welcome Mr. Philip Irode. Let's appreciate him as he makes his way to the stage. We can see a new SOC analyst, a part of the team. And last but not least, I would like to welcome Bernice Onyango to the stage. And because she's a very strong lady, she will be gifted by 2 of our graduates. So just make your way to that section so that we can be able to take that photo. One on one side, one on the other side. Yes. We flank her, all right? Present the gift to our guest. Thank you so much. Let's appreciate all of them as they make their way back to their seats.
So remember I taught you that when we ask for something, you should be the first one to raise your hand, isn't it? Wale attend class, what did I say? When things are up, you raise your hand first. Those are beautiful photos. We'd not like to gift the security analyst class. Our chief guest, university, we stand, sit, so you'll have to stand again. She's going to award the security analyst class. If you are part of the security analyst class, please stand up so that you are recognized as we are rewarding. But with us, we have those who excelled. With me, I have Hilda Nyawira. Hilda Nyawira was Excellence Award for Security Analyst. Hilda, clap like you're jealous. Thank you so much. But we also have a guy. He's called Felix Gidure. He's also the best male in security analyst. Excellence in that area. If you're here for security analyst, please stand up. Mali umeka. Yani number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unajua walikuwa number 1. So, At this point, we'd like William to recognize them, that in as much as they're in the crowd, we recognize they have done a very good job. William.
Again, congratulations. You're on a good track. Mtafika. Yes? And we are together. You're the reason I stay up all night, so we'll get it. Congratulations. Thank you.
I think we'll allow you now to sit so that others can also know they were here, you know. So we have so many guests with us today. The next person we are awarding is, and I'll give you the pleasure of saying your name and why you're here.
Our distinguished guests, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Maxwell Kome, a graduate for Cisco Ethical Hacker. I'm here to graduate, by the way, and I'm so proud of myself. Thank you.
They'll be awarded by Mr. Carter. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next guest is?
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow graduates. My name is Edwin Warioa, degree holder in BSc Information Technology, and I'm here to graduate for the Network Defense Essentials. Congratulations to everyone graduating today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. For the next one, I'd like to call Beatrice because she loves girl child. So there's a girl child here. And girl child, behave like a girl child, like nicely.
Hi everyone, my name is Were Christabel. I'm graduating with Ethical Hacking Essentials. A graduate from KC University with BIT. Thank you.
Just one more. One more because you told us to add courses and we added. So we've added data and AI and we have evidence of this one here. So this is one of our latest courses in data and AI and this guy stood out as one of the best and we'd like to award him today.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amidou Dabo from Sierra Leone, West Africa. I'm here to witness this graduation, and I'm graduating with a focus on data and AI. And I hold a bachelor's degree in computer science and currently set to conclude my master's here at USIU. By God's grace, next month I'll be graduating, master's in information systems and technology and concentrating in software engineering, complemented by AI and machine learning. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm here, you had nothing. Mlisikia Sierra Leone mahali. If you had something, yes, USIU Africa has students from all over, and that is why they are part of the program. So next, we want to invite the training director. This is Prof. Paula Musuva, and she's going to do a very simple exercise of reading out names of all the graduates. As a university, your name has to be read, isn't it? So that you know you are here. So once she reads that lot, you'll stand, we'll applaud you. In other words, we'll clap for you, then you can sit. All your certificates are ready, and they'll be issued at the places you'll be told at the end of the ceremony. Once we are done, there'll be an opportunity to take photos for each and every one of us outside the auditorium and where we'll be collecting our certificates from. Karibu, Dr. Paula.
Wow. Thank you, Madam MC, Prof. Judy Ouma. Let's give a hand to our MCs. Daniel, thank you so much. Is this the boring part? No, it's not. I just want to really appreciate Madam Data Commissioner. Thank you for coming. You've really honored us. Have you guys taken note?
Prof. Paula?
Yes.
There's a girl here and she will cry if we don't gift her.
We were told she's left. You know, I was monitoring.
She was on the other side where we had the other breakout rooms.
All right, let's give her a chance.
So we'll give her a chance to be awarded so that she gets her award today. Thank you.
Let's not miss out. So how do we do it, Prof? Daniel, guide me. All right. William, you know we always fall back on you. Or Philip, kindly. Award our best student in Security Analyst, is it? Which group? Cloud. All right. Would you want to say something? Say something. All of them, I think, have said something. As we get your gift.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ruth Kamau.
It's okay, Ruth. I know you are running from LT7, which is like the other side of USIU.
And I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy for myself for this achievement.
Please come and receive your gift. Cameras.
Please just hold on, Philip. We have another one who ran all the way from LT8 this time. And this one is a competitor of William. He did entrepreneurship. So we would like to award him.
Good afternoon. My name is Maurice. I'm a graduate of entrepreneurship and business program. I have a background in information security and forensics, and I'm glad that I'm being awarded this award in the entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'll be quick with this, and I invite you to follow with us on the graduation booklet and also read some excerpts from the cybersecurity skills gap and just track with the students who will be receiving these awards. This is to show they are real people. We are real, right? I know we've been meeting online. Now this shows you that this is real, right? Are you guys feeling it? You have that sense as you come here and as you receive your awards? And each of you will leave today with your certificate. We will be giving the certificates in the breakout rooms because we saw that it will take much longer to do it here, but we will recognize you by name. So our security analyst graduating class, I will read the names for 4 cohorts, and I will read them. Cohort 1 to 6. Austin Thayu Nganga, Duncan Kibet Mibei, Kelimak Agano, Mbeki Mutua, Mwende Mutie Janet, Nobala Amoyi Kyle, Omondi Ogutu Eric. So these ones came back and finished. Beatrice, I know you challenged us. So when you see us announcing for some of the cohorts, they've come back to finish. Cohort 8. Alvin Muli Ngoma, Alvin Kenyaga, Ann Nyambura Mutahi, Ak Michael Mugi, Berez Gitau Njuguna, Caleb Kiblagat Kimutai, Chacha Moses Menge, Chemutai Janet, Curtis Collins, Cynthia Chemutai Meli, Damian David Sabaya, Declan Mukuna Sigudoli, Fatma Wanjiku Hussein, Francis Chege Mwangi, Gideon Langat Kiprotich, Godfrey Kioi Kanyoro, George Rukathi Kinyanjui, Gitonga Jamlik Franklin, Ibrahim Monda Omoyo, Iganzu Lugalia Nicole, Janet Kimonda, Jediel Mutheia Kidhinji, John Gitau Guchu, John Kimani Mungai, Juma Regan Emiri, Kabuya Samuel Mwangi, Kanzi Nzai Winnie, Karanja David, Kigan Mboya, Kelvin Mwako, Kemunto Ogwoka, Kasewa Simiyu, Kimani Moffat, Kimotho Kelvin, Kipchumba Justus, Kipngeno Kendrick, Kiprono Evans, Charlo Charles, Langat Kiprono, Maala Elvira Nekesa, Manase Mutugi, Manase Tek, Martin Wangombe, Matara Elvis Ongera, Maureen Gidhinji, Michael Mungai, Michael Mutie, Mohamed Ambale, Morandi Timothy, Mtalaki Ferdinand, Muinde Mutua Collins, Muli Winnie Mudheu, Munyao Cynthia, Mutea Chris Kirimi, Mudhondu Maxwell, Mudhoni Mercilin, Mwangi Martin, Mwenda Alfred, Nambia Walwe Edith, Newton Mongare, Nigel Pepeon Mwangi, Nyakiogora Faith, Nyamawi Sanga Paul, Nyambura Grace, Obora Joseph, Okonji Penina, Prudence Gikundi, Rehema Mashuhuri, Salim Salim, Sharon Mukiri Mwendwa, Shadrach Nzau Joshua, Shelmith Miano, Cheryl Atieno Ochieng, Sunday John Deng, Telegei Edward Kipchumba, Tom Bill Glinton Omuom, Valerie Ayuma, Wanjiko Lilian, Wanjira Lydia Juma. Congratulations, Cohort 8. Let's clap for them. Cohort 9, Byron Otieno Akech, Muguma Emmanuel Lucky Valerian, Abiweli Hamda, Nyawera Hilda, Wambugo Joel, Wangari Shalin. Congratulations, Cohort 9. Cohort 10, Achisha Janice Gitau, Albert Ray Mukira, Alia Faisal Abdukadir, Alvin Karanja, Andrew George Karaoke, Angeline Agwanda, Anthony Wanjohi Njoroge, Austin Thayu Nganga, Beatrice Ndutangatho, Brian Waweru Gitau, Wakungu Murunga, Christopher Eric Otieno, Christopher Yega Mboya, Collins Mwangi Kimani, Cynthia Kahura, Diana Mburi Muiruri, Duncan Kibent Mbibei, Daniel Gaduma, Daniel Njenga, Daniela Odhiambo, Danson Wayne Mburu, Daikon Gasheri Githinji, Edward Mburu Kambo, Ellen Waithira Waiti, Esther Mwende wa Maweu, Fanuel Amukune, Felix Maina Githure, Felix Kipto Bet, Felix Makonge, Fidel Luke Odhiambo, Gaki Kirimi, Grace Nyamoita Rachami, Graham Decent Oyigo, Howard Mukundi, Ian Oscar Kiiru, Ishmael Kipkoech, Ishmael Katoya Ali, James Muiruri Mutiria, James Kimutai Ngeno, Jessica Ndanu Mbithi, Job Rosanna, John Anderson Mwalawa, John Maina Kinyanjui, John Dungu Kiarie, John Otieno Odhiambo, Jonathan Nyachoti, Julian Joseph, Kelly Mark Agano, Kelvin Job Joroge, Kelvin Kafatha Kitonyo, Kelvin Ochieng Sigudi, Lewis Kamau Nderu, Lisa Wanjiko Mwangi, Lona Mukuhi Karigi, Marco Solomon, Martin Mutuku Kavindu, Maureen Rita Muriuki, Michael Mathu Karioki, Mohamed Hassan, Morris Elijah Muridhi Mugo, Munyao Festus, Mwanamisi Kasim, Nurdin Abdi Yusuf, Patricia Natasha Ropiara, Pauline Mudeu Kinyanjui, Rachel Karuga, Raymond Masharia, Samuel Simiyu Wafula, Sharon Chepto, Stella Wawira Njiru, Tad Owino Ouma, Talib Abduwalahab, Tapiwanashe Mlambo, Terence Kegenyo, Thuweba Ramadan, Victor Mugedi Wanjira, Victor Mureithi, Vincent Odhiambo Olago. Congratulations, our cohort of security analysts. Could they stand up wherever they are? Congratulations, let's applaud them. We recognize each of you individually by name. Congratulations, have your seat. We now also want to recognize the Cloud and Network Security Graduates. We have graduated over 300 participants, and I will be listing the names of the ones graduating in this graduation, and like I said, some of them may be returning students who have now finished. Cohort 1 to 4. This is actually to 6, sorry. Cohort 1 to 6. Timothy Kiprop Murkomen. Morris Gatweku Kingori. Congratulations. Cohort 7. Abel Kiprono Sum, Abigail Wanzang Guchie, Africia Nyambega, Alessandro Kiogora, Lumbasi Alphonse, Austin Baraka, Belinda Awinja Tom, Brian Muriungi Muthuri, Brian Mwangi, Brian Giitwa Wangui, Karia Catherine Kirote, Charles Gidinji, Charles Kinandu Murage, Charles Gashero Mwangi, Cherono Rose, Cheriot Frederick Kirui, Binyana D. Nyatichi, Domitila Bahati Kangwana, Dorina Kinyi, Elizabeth Wangare Kibe, Faith Chepkorir, Favor Wanjui Nyokabi, Francis Thuo, Gerald Mutungu Muchuku, Glenn Osano, Gloria Wangari Ireri, Hassan Ali Osomo, Hope Kiprono, Humphrey Kongo Karaoke, Ian Karanja Gichungi, Ian Ochieng Otieno, Isaac Isalwa, Jarius Mwangala Munga, James Okutu Amwai, John Monene, John Kabui Gitonga, Joseph Ibrahim Nganga, Joshua Luyala Lugaya Angengo, Justin Kipkoech Limo, Keith Peter Afwande, Kelvin Masai, Kennedy Katiwa Mutuku, Kelvin Kibe Gitau, Gideon Kiprono, Asibei Kitiabi Kofi Emmanuel, Lenny Thiga Gishovi, Levin Havwi, Lewis Buisa Mutonyi Sitati, Lindsay Opio Omoto, Lydia Gashiku Nganga, Margaret Wanjiko Kamau, Mark Waweru, MacDonald Wafula Barasa, Masi Wanjiru Ndonga, Masi Jepkorir Kaptum, Michael Odhiambo Ogal, Moses Ndirangu Gidinji, Natasha Wesonga, Nelian Achieng, Nzioki Muthonzwe, Odhiambo Franklin, Omar Abdirahman Hussein, Peter Musembi Wambua, Rahab Sonia Masai, Rashid Mugi, Roni Otieno, Ruth Njoki Kamau, Salome Gidinji, Samson Barongo Makori, Chantal Malesi Mwani, Sharon Njoki Wanyoike, Teresia Mwema, Valentine Gumo, Victor Mwenda Murioki, Vincent Otieno Ooko, Kiplangat Vincent, Wilson Gashara Washira. Congratulations, Cohort 7. Cohort 8, Brian Kipngetich, Keith Karungo, Ryan Maleka Matibo. Congratulations, Cohort 8. Cohort 9, Abigail Ntailantei Saruni, Alex Muhia, Alice Wathira Maina, Alan Raymond Abila, Alvin Okia, Amos Ogere, Antoli Mbungwa Githinji, Caroline Magoma, Kasi Mwakio Mdambwi, Claire Wamboi Karanja, Collins Kamau Kamanda, Curtis Okelo Mutua, Cynthia Waithera Kamau, Cynthia Kiere, Daniel Giathi Ndungu, Daniel Caleb Cheruyot, David Njenga Kinungi, David Murithi Mwangi, Omonde Davis Ochieng, Delan Buka Otieno, Dennis Sophie Mutai, Dennis Nyamweya, Derek Ogendi, Diana Rose Ogunda, Edison Kimwaka Mito, Elvis Oduor, Estan Jerry Mungai, Evans Odhiambo, Felix Otieno Arogo, Francis Mutiso, Fred Musioki Mutisia, Frederick Owino, Hamza Mohammed, Ian Joshua Ndirito, Ilya Otaga, James Basele, John Degwa Mwaura, Koech Kimutai Benson, Lesan Kipto, Lorna Kamau, Lucy Award Wigwa, Luke Mbogo Muturi, Mary Auma Otieno, Matthias Marwa, Michael Ojuang Okoth, Moses Bwayo Wanjala, Naomi Onyancha, Naomi Wairimu, Nicole Nyaga, Omondi Jacob Ouma, Philippine Cheptanui, Kuresho Muhammad Hassan, Rachel Kamau, Rene Oluoch Ofweny, Ruma Mohammed, Shane Kanyi Mushtaq, Sharon Maloba Wakaya, Cheryl Rachel Rolanda, Sherlyn Nduhiu, Sylvia Gathei Njoroge, Solomon Juguna, Stacy Mbone Naivava, Steve Njenga Karaoke, Sumeya Abdidahir Farha, Tamia Mwandu, Teresa Kemuma Omosa, Tiffany Wanjiko Gadhoni, Timothy Baraka, Tom Abuta Mogere, Tony Kamau Mwangi, Tracy Chebet Tor, Tracy Waruguru, Victor Wamwea Kimari, Victor Mukavi Nzioka, Wayne Omondi Opa, William Mwangi Njogu, Winjoy Ntiari Mwiti. Congratulations, Cloud and Network Security Group. Our newest graduating students, our newest track, Data and Artificial Intelligence course. Congratulations. We have the first cohort of 69 graduates. Abdi Rahman Ismail, Alan Abiud Nyagaka, Amidu Dabor, Anderson Nyaga, Andrew Abila, Aaron Kipkorir Langat, Bethsheba Chepkirui, Kapwel Murimi Gidhimo, Chepngetich Eda, Cindy Gloria Otieno, Daniel Nyamai Kelly, Daniel Soi Modhama, Daniel Nzioki Musyoka, Dennis Kombe Karisa, Dennis Chalo Ndemwa, Dorcas Wambui Njuguna, Doreen Achieng, Dorothy Awino Ongoga, Edith Mary Odhiambo, Fabius Lihanda Achevi, Abi Wodima, Faith Mumbua, Faith Mwende Muli, Gishongu Masharia, Gilbert Toroitich Tarus, Hannah Mwende, Irene Mokeira Gishana, Jacqueline Wanzan Thuli, James Ndarila Wanjala, James Ndungu Njoronge, James Collins Otieno, Jane Ndunge, Jasper Wambugu, Jedaida Musyoka, Jerome Noah Obenjo, Jerry Patrick Odhiambo, John Brown Ouma, Joseph Maina, Joy Cheruto, Jude Odhiambo, Kelvin Kipchirchir, Kenneth Origa Ogutu, Kelvin Koome Mwenda, Kelvin Anyango Walter, Leslyn Chepto, Maron Murangiri, Masi Bitutu Mogambi, Masi Gadhoni Mundia, Moses Otieno, Nancy Chemutai, Naomi Jepkorir Kimayo, Nelly Kavengi Alex, Newton Mureti, Nicole Ngina, Paul Mbatia Wangui, Paul Waringa Kungo, Printon Oduki, Rachel Muriuki, Rachel Kibocho, Regan Odhiambo, Sharon Wairimu Getau, Charlene Simon, Stephen Ombam, Uel Gidinji Karaoke, Owino Violet Joy, Wangare Terry Kimani, William Joroge Karaoke, Winnie Kiage, Zipora Mutua. Congratulations. Could we have them stand wherever they are? Data and AI group. Are you here? I know we have breakout rooms. We couldn't all fit here, but let's celebrate them. Let's clap for them. Congratulations. It's great to see you all. I know I didn't ask the cloud and network security. I've just remembered, Staki kutoka na deni. Please stand wherever you are. Cloud and network security group. We celebrate you. Please. We see you, each and every one of you, as individuals by name. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done. From our data protection program, we have this is the masterclass, a 1-week program with people from industry. So this is our 11th cohort. Let us recognize them. Africa Innocent, Angelo Andeo, Benson Mwangangi Nzuki, Caroline Mudhusi, Chris Waithaka, Consolata Mutua, Dafin Jerry, Doreen Koome, Emmanuel Cecil Otira, Francis Kuria, Frederick Odongo, Ingabire Ines, Irene Owiti, Irungu Francis, Josephat Singa, Juma Kabanda, Kennedy Kinyanjui, Lennox Owiti, Milslav Munene, Moses Oduma, Mutanu Malinda, Njambi Nguyai, Sean Mandela, Solomon Kimunyu, Stella Kendi Njiru, Stella Marie Smulu, Victor Ombuna. Are you here? Please stand. Let us recognize you. Well done. I know you're employed in our different organizations in the partner networks, so thank you for being here. Thank you for making time. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. So I will go on to the entrepreneurship and business development cohort. Today we are graduating cohort 7 and also cohort 8. Cohort 7, Dennis Muthuya, Dorcas Wanjiru Gashegwa, Ivan Samuel Nyamu, Harriet Kemunto, John Comfort Makwae, Lydia Naini Pesi, Maurice Okumu, Paul Nganga Gadhoni, Pauline Kungu, Pauline Tabwa, Sarah Muthuya, Victor Mwai, Yasin Opili. Congratulations. Are you here? I'll be asking you to stand with cohort 8 as well. Cohort 8, Acha Gitau Janice, Alan Ragot Tulu, Beatrice Adhiambo Okanga, Bernard Omondi Opala, Batila Nsambinla, Betty Nyambura Kimani, Blaiso Ochieng Odhiambo, Christine Mutheu Wambua, Daki Adano Tulo, Daniel Giathi Ndungo, Daniel Malombo, Dorcas Wamboi Njuguna, Emma Timanoi Maleto, Effie Adhiambo Odhiambo, Eric Ondeny Oduong, Esther Ngwasi, Evans Kibitok, Evelyn Kiamwai Munguti, Evelyn Mbogwa, Faith Chepchirchir, Faith Chelangat, Faith Chepkerich, Faith Wanyangu, Gloria Auma, Helda Lavenda Onyancha, Ida Makena, Jane Akinyi Odhiambo, Joseph Waithaka Marwa, Katie Kagweria Stephen, Kelvin Kipto, Kelvin Wanyama, Lavenda Onyancha, Leslie Isaac, Lois Wanjiku Ngugi, Loreen Chesang Soi, Mala Elvira Nekesa, Maxwell Kipto, Masi Chemutai, Masi Cheredi Chore, Mohamed Musa Bodl, Morris Mureti Kinywa, Mugeha Jacqueline, Nelson Ochieng, Nusra Ahmed Abdallah, Rachel Kamau, Rita Wanjiko Wanjao, Sheila Grace Were Muhonja, Shema Prince, Sophie Kaemba, Sumeya Farah, Tabitha Nungari Wambui, Teresa Atieno, Teresia Waliuba, Valentine Gatwiri, Benedicti Mawio Muiwa. Congratulations, entrepreneurs. This is one of the skills that is missing. Mko wapi? We want to celebrate you. The 68 of you, please stand. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, I just want to mention that I will be calling upon the trainers. I know they're everywhere at this point. If any of them are close by and can hear me, I'll be asking you to just come at the front so that I can introduce you, so that people can also see the training team. But I'll proceed to the Cisco Ethical Hacker cohort. All right? Now, we have the Microsoft ADC. I know you can see it in the program. And we will be organizing a special graduation ceremony for them at the Microsoft ADC campus. And that's why they are not here, but we will be doing that. And they are graduating about 300? Yes. So we have a big group of Microsoft beneficiaries. So for the Cisco Ethical Hacker, the graduating students, we have cohort 2 and 3. Cohort 2, Abel Mwendwa Tawa, Abigail Salama Musa, Abud Maitha Jembe, Albert Kiplangat Kirui, Alex Ouma Barasa, Alex Kiplagat, Alice Kerubo Onduso, Alia Faisal Abdikadir, Alphonse Kiprotich Bet, Alvin Frank Okumu, Amigo Thoya, Amos Kibet Cheruyot, Andrew Penzi, Andrew Thieu Juak, Anne Jerry Ragu, Arnold James Otieno Ondong, Beatrice Chelangat Mutai, Bernard Karanja Warushu, Bernard Omondi Opala, Bavalin Mora Moturi, Boluwafite Great Gift Ongubanwo, Boniface Gitao Wambui, Bonita Ricardo Mtili, Bramwell Mayende Wesonga, Bridget Kimani, Begife Simiyu Wanyama, Caleb Muridhi Mwiti, Caroline Nasieku Kisera, Caroline Akotho Molo, Kathy Kithomi Mutegi, Clinton Mogere Atuti, Collins Mudhe, Collins Kimani, Collins Mugiruri, Lugonja, Cornell John Ngome, Cynthia Wakuru Kangede, Cyprian Kibiwot Kanda, Dan Osongo Amoro, Daniel Makau, Daniel Mbiti David, Daniel Shikuku Walela, David Lando Matayo, David Maiso Gekonge, Davis Kirigamio Maganga, Delvin Monchari Monchanga, Dennis Kaloki Chalo, Dennis Mburu Mwaura, Dennis Kiplagat, Denver Wekesa, Derek Karaoke Karanja, Dewton Kiprop, Dixon Derek Kimani Muriu, Dominic Sengo, Doris Nyawera Gathi, Duncan Karenju Gathogo, Eddie Ndungu Muiruri, Eddie Edwin Caleb, Rono Elvis Cheruyot, Emmanuel Odhiambo Owino, Eric Mwakazi Ndunda, Eric Mwangi Maina, Eric Kirinya Muridhi, Esther Wanja Muriu, Ivan Kinyanjui Njoroge, Eza Cheruyot, Faith Chemtai Tarbei, Faith Njambi Mungai, Faith Njeri Kamau, Faith Chepochirchir, Federation Dinari Chitoma, Felix Masigwa, Felix Kipronon Rotich, Felix Musyoka Mumo, Fine Modoni Gidhi, Franco Juma Masafu, Gabriel Silfanus Odhiambo, Gad Ongoro Omondi Ongoro, Geoffrey Korkor.
Thank you so much, Prof. Paula. We clap for her. By the time you read all those names, you know Prof. Paula is a girl. So she'll be supported by one of our young ones here to continue with the list.
Hi, everyone. My name is Duncan. I'll be reading Cohort 2. So we have Geoffrey Kanini, George Kongo Kuria, Gerald Motugu Muchuku, Gift Wanda Wamukota, Gladys Naisiriria Ntoror, Grace Wamboi Mwangi, Gravin Gumba Mwangi, Hahirwa Obisalem, Hannah Ngina Kiondo, Harrison Ngodho, Helen Muthoni Kithaka, Ian Joseph Makoha, Ian Joshua Morethi Nderito, Ian Muinde Motuko, Ismail Kimunyu Kuria, Bobby Israel Gitari, James Mwangi Kamau, Justin Agaziva Mukavi, Jennifer Okoth, Jeremy Oyucho Okoth, Job Nyamwea Mageto, Job Kenywa Njenga, John Ndegwa Mwaura, Joseph Sikuku Wanyama, Joseph Washira Ngojiri, Joseph Wamwaki, Joseph N. Mtakai, Joshua O. Nyabuto, Joy Mwangi, Justus Kipchumba Kemei, Kadiatu Balde, Kaiser Murage, Ndugire Kanyoni, Keith Karongo, Kelly Kaindi Mbai, Kelvin Wanyonyi Wanyama, Ken Magondu Chege, Kenneth Shikongo, Kevin Kipto, Kipchirchir Brian, Kipkurui Cyrus, Lavin Ayeko, Lawrence Maina Mwangi, Lawrence Osuru, Leon Tswala, Tsalwa, Lesan Kipto, Louis Kiarie, Efumbi Magdalene, Mark Kiprotich Bet, Mark Onganga Masaki, Martha Makongu, Mary Wanjiko Wamboi, Marilyn Chepkogei, Masi Kemuma Matongo, Masi Chemtai, Masilin Jerry Mothoni, Meshak Kipto Bailengo, Michael Mboro Mungai, Michael Motie, Michael Otieno Owor, Mike Matu Mureithi, Moffat Kimani Mwangi, Moses Shiyuka Matara, Mugeha Jacqueline, Moriongi Evans, Nashon Boge, Nicholas Njobi Mburu, Olives Matei Saila, Ones Gashogu Irungu, Onyango Lewis Opio, Pauline Wambura Njoe, Perpetua Soyan Sankale, Peter Davis Kombo, Peter Mugwe Karoga, Pius Maina Wanjiro, Polycarp Oliver O. Ochieng, Powell Maritime Ragot, Prize Neverson Oyoma, Purity Wanjiro Irongo, Rachel Kamau, Raymond Sila Carter, Ryan Mbuthia Njenga, Samuel Russell Wangila, Samuel Ontuga Mokua, Sarah Kisiangani, Senik Kindundi, Sarah Mutheu, Shabani Mwamtindi, Charlene Jeruto Biwot, Sylvia Kaarie Kobei, Simon Bahati Ayodi, Stacy Mukami Ingolo, Stanley Abuto Okeo, Stephen Mwangi Waweru, Suleiman Kaara Mungai, Sumaya Ahmed Somo, Thomas Mwembi, Timothy Kiprop Murkomen, Tony Musa Ouma, Tony Koech, Tony Otieno Omondi, Vanessa Nduta Wangati, Victor Paul Kuriri, Victoria Murugi Ndishu, Victoria Wairimu Mbogwa, Viona Mwai, Wangoi Rosaline Washira, Weldon Kipkirui Kenei, Wesley Kiringu Waweru, Winfred Muusi, Wycliffe Odhiambo Onyango, Yasin Kasim Musa, Yasin Musa Opili, a nice group of graduating students, and it's a long one. Bear with me. Cohort 3, we have Aiden Akech Ouma, Kipiegon Aldo, Alex Mwadhi, Wafula Angela, Ashley Wenwa, Austin Githinji, Baraka Mulandi, Beatrice Whitney Ingato, Beryl Nyambego, Betsy Rose Wabuke, Bonnie Ochieng Omondi, Brenes Sensas Mushiele, Brian Karaba Washira, Brian Kioko, Brian Mwangi, Brian Ode, Brian Kingaran Joroge, Brian Okelo, Aquila Bright Okoth, Buire Chilavat, Kalivat Otieno Ochieng, Caroline Olo, Caroline Gaki Mugambi, Kaaria Catherine, Charles Otuge, Christine Emelda Matinde, Churchill Onyango Okoth, Cindy Karanja, Jerop Clear, Mutheu Cynthia, Duncan Oluoch, Daniel Muo Mombi, Mothoi Daniel Motua, Daniel Motua Musango, David Mwangi Wakiara, Kigathi Dennis, Mwau Derek, Mokaya Derek, Patel Drav, Gathoni Jibril, Dominic Motuko, Kipngeno Dominic, Dominic Mondia Karaoke, Njenga Duncan, Nyatundo Duncan, Duncan Maganga Kahindi, Edna Mora Maburi, Edwin Onyango, Elon Kipngetich Masai, Emmanuel Muyonga Lugadilu, Moturia Emmanuel, Kibaso Onok, Bet Kipkemoi, Musimbi Florence Muita, Francis Ngunjiri Dirango, Franklin Otieno Odero, Geoffrey Bruce Ikal, Geoffrey Kiuna, Osano Glenn, Motunda Grace Mawia, Hope Njoki Nyambura, Ian Karanja Mboro, Moshugu Irene, Isaac Karanja, Jael Akinyi Okumu, James Muthi Moreithi, Jesse Vincent, Wambogo Jim Kaba, John Jenga Thama, Carissa Joseph Baya, Joseph Victor, Wambua Joseph Musyoki, Joseph Ondiek Onditi, Joshua Moreithi, Joshua Nyan Kabaria, Joy Nailantei, Joy Muthoni Kirimi, Nyambura Joyce, Kamau David Masharia, Keith Lenny Omwansa, Karanja Kelvin, Kelvin Alianda, Kipchirchir Kipto Kelvin, Nyagia Moshiri Kelvin, Sarowiwa Ken, Waweru Kennedy, Lawrence Omwega Moriango, Lee Mawera Mbabu, Liji Ruben Kokani, Lilian Jerry Mwangi, Mark Shira Monyiri, Martha Iradukunda Rekeraho, Mary Mwongeli Peter, Matthew Otieni Magundo, Maxwell Ochieng Oundo, Maxwell Koome Mwereri, Akinyi Melissa, Moses Otieno Omondi, Nathan Kibet, Neville Kibet, Kibiwot Nicholas, Parfait Nshuti, Kanango Oliver, Maltwe Awan, Pauline Wanjiro Wamboi, Peter Mothoi Kamau, Mwende Purity, Rachel Pristol Ox, Rafael Juma Barasa, Regina Wanjiro Ngonjiri, Maro Rithiwani Said, Sally Munga, Sami Muraya, Samuel Chege Waweru, Mungai Samuel, Dr. Sanaipei Leposo, Nyambura Sandra, Sandra Wahu Ngogi, Mwabe Shadrach, Shamwei Ambunya Wasumwa, Lavin Sharon, Waroe Sharon, Kasanga Shalin, Musheru Steven, Stephen Monyue Waithira, Terry Nyakio Nzioka, Ongata Tevin Paul, Theophilus Kipruto Malel, Valerie Atieno, Victor Masharia, Whitney Kinya, and Winston Ochieng Otieno. Where the Cisco Ethical Hackers graduating students, kindly stand so that we can appreciate you. It's a huge group. Congratulations. We are happy to have you here, and you really, really did us proud. Thank you so much. You can sit. Then we have EC Council Cybersecurity Essentials graduating students. We have Cohort 2. We'll start with Digital Forensics Essentials. Then we'll go down the list. So for Digital Forensics Essentials, we have Albanas Kipngetich Korir, Anastasia Jambi Waweru, Christopher Kenywa Baru, George Felix Otieno, Jane Akinyi Othiambo, Joseph Washira Ngojiri, Lona Wanjira Karioki, Naomi Jepkorir Kimayo, Sarah Mwende Kenyanjui, Valentine Baraka Motuko, and Wendy Kanaiza. Then we have Ethical Hacking Essentials, Augustine Swiyanga, Boniface Thuo Kamama, Carol June W. Kibuku, Caroline Mothoni Njanja, Charity Chepkirui, Christabel Munandi Were, Christopher Eric Otieno, Christopher Akwabi, Dorothy Mabinda, Immaculate Oduor, Emmanuel Ochieng Okumu, Esther Njeri Mongai, Eustace Mukoya, Fabius Lihanda Achevi, Farida Jepkosgei, Flora Athiambo Onyango, Franklin Amiani Asuza, Geoffrey Gethi Mwangi, George Otieno, Gloria Njeru, Glory Gatweri Kiogora, Hiba Hassan Ahmed, Joan Mokura, Joseph Ngunjiri, Kelvin Mothara Mohea, Kevin Omondi Olo, Loveline Mwangi, Lydia Mwende Amini, Marion Cherono Kibor, Maxwell Kipto, Masi Shalin Achiseme, Masilin Mothoni, Mwanamisi Kasim, Natasha Njeri Mothoni, Nixon Kipkorir Kiprop, Nyakundi Ivan Mauya, Peter Kanyuku Maina, Roslyn Akoth Oduor, Samuel Russell Wangila, Samuel Mbuvi Obaigwa, Samuel Achala Ngase, Sanaipei Leposo, Shaileja Kumari Vagela, Sharon Chepto, Walter Owor, William Kinja Karioki, Winnie Purity Opata, Yuda Betty McKenna, Eunice Mohammed Eunice. Then Network Defense Essentials, we have Arnold James O. Odong, Benjamin Jaria Kamau, Brian Gishuki Mwangi, Edwin Warioa Muthoni, Faith Kerubo Nyachoti, Kipko H. Collins Rono, Lewis Kamau Nderu, Mary Mokeira Arusa, Ngware Ryan Waithanji, Celine Nafula Mangeni, Winfred Muusi, Yvonne Gaishugi Kaje. Then Cohort 3 for the same is the Council Cybersecurity Essentials. Under Ethical Hacking, we have Abednego Clement Ayeda, Alvin Karanja, Brian Okia Alumera, Catherine Pauline Atieno, Dennis Wanjala Wekesa, Dennis Masharia Kamau, Edward Onsongo Masese, Elvis Mute Ngunyi, Eric Mwachia Mwanyumba, Emmanuel Othiambo Onyango, John Ndeti Mwangangi, Lawrence Obiero Omwaka, Linda Njoki, Marilyn Arisi Namisi, Mike Kipngetich Some, Samuel Atina Migiro, Telvin Runo Mugure, Tracy Jepkurui, Victor Karongo Irungu, Victor Mukangi Mololo. Then for Network Defense Essentials, we have Angela Bahati Wema, Breda Wawira Kathuri, Eric Morioki Kimathi, Frank Karogo Mwangi, James Esinze Isabirie, Kevin Kagua Kiarie, Morris Mwadundu Nyae, Nelson Indiaka Ibacha, Ruth Kemunto Kebaso, Washington Njiri Ngige. And that's our list of graduating students who did EC Council Cybersecurity Essentials. Where are you seated? Kindly stand up. Can give you a hearty round of applause. Don't be afraid. Stand up, stand up, stand up. It's your day, it's your day, it's your day. Congratulations, everyone. You did us proud. Then we have Women's Cybersecurity Mentorship Graduating Students. And here we had 2 cohorts. So cohort 3, we have Agnes Kerubo Ombura, Alice Kerubo Onduso, Anastasia Jelimo Kenda, Anne Victoria Nashipai Kisera, Belinda Awinja Tom, Brenda Auma Okach, Caroline Waitherero Irungu, Catherine Wamboi, Celestine Seyan Lepilal, Cynthia Wakuru Kangeve, Cynthia Awor Oginga, Faith Njeri Kamau, Farida Jepkosgei, Ochieng George Othiambo, Hiba Hassan Ahmed, Junice Mambori Mwakisha, Julian Kenyanjui, Lindsay Opio Omoto, Lisa Adongo Akinyi, Lucy Mwehaki Njoroge, Magdalene Namukobe Efumbi, Mariam Mabinda, Mother Njeri Mogambi, Masilin Mothoni, Nicole Wangoi Mbau, Sheila Grace Mohonja Were, Sheila Aluoch Juma, Sophia Njeri Kogi, Stella Chepkirui Koskei, Susan Minayo Chagwi, Tracy Atieno, Vanessa Wangati, Winfred Muusi, Aisha Kauma Halifan, Joy Masi Mothoni Mbui, Alelua Nzangisigizimana, yes, Whitney Bwari Angasa. Then cohort 4, we have Agatha Christine Joki, Anne Wairimo Kiarie, Anne Jerono Rotich, Annabel Awor Ouma, Afia Cherop Keino, Audrey Monyiva, Betsy Rose Wabuke, Bridget Nafula Wafula, Brilliant Cherono, Caroline Ndoku Mbinda, Catherine Kathomi Mutegi, Chinelo Nwanchuku, Claire Jerob Chebet, Cynthia Nadongo, Cynthia Mwende Mumo, Cynthia Mutheu, Cynthia Jerotich Chesir, Daki Adano Tulo, Diana Wanjiro Waithaka, Edith Nyambura Maina, Eslin Jepto, Esther Wangare Monene, Eva Mothoni, Evaline Nyawera Mbogo, Faith Chepchirchir, Faith Cherono, Farah Amina Ali, Grasa Michelle Nasipondi Simiu, Hope Nyambura, Irene Mwende, Jacinta Nyagodhi Getimu, Jacqueline Mogeha, Jeruto Zedi, Joy Mothoni Kirimi, Joy Athiambo Otieno, Joyce Crystal Ngeve, Julian Joseph, Karen Nyawera, Hadija Jel Abdi, Hadija Sukian Hassan, Laura Aluoch Otieno, Leslin Chepto, Lispin Wamboi Mwangi, Lucille Makachia, Lydia Naishiaku, Lynn Udo Akich, Magdalene Nganga, Margaret Ngele Ondiek, Martha Rekeraho, Mary Wanjiko Mwethukia, Mary Ndunge Mutie, Mary Siokau Mbwithe, Masi Athiambo Akuku, Miriam Boari Omuoyo, Miriam Itumbi Kilungia, Najma Abdi Omar, Naomi Onyancha, Naomi Kavili Moithia, Nicole Sherin Nyaga, Pesil Mamu Ochieng, Penina Elizabeth Akoth, Philippine Cheptanui, Princess Georgina Alube, Purity Mwende, Rael Madaraka Ogega, Rebecca Kamande, Ruth Kemunto Kebaso, Salmahish Mohamed, Sarah Kisiangani, Serafime Otieno, Shanice Chepkwoni, Sharon Wanjiko Mokiri, Sharon Mwanja, Sharon Jepkosgei, Sheila Wanjiko Dhongo, Sherry Nyanchera Obare, Charlene Dohio, Sylvia Nyawera Njagi, Sumea Abdidahir Farah, Susan Nasirumbi Mukule, Tanya Wamboi, Teresa Kemuma Omosa, Teresia Meshak, Tracy Jepkurui, Tracy Cherobon Keter, Victoria Mumo Mbithi, Wendy Atieno Onyango, Wisdom Kinya Mwiti, and Yvonne Mothoni Maina. Where are the women cybersecurity? We're proud of you at least. I have a whole list here. Stand up, we clap for you and appreciate you. If you heard your name, that's a long list. Congratulations, everyone. And I believe that's our final list of graduating students.
Thank you, everyone, for giving me your time. It's a long list, but we are proud of each and every one of you that are attempted and also have completed up to graduation. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice rest of your day.
Thank you so much. So to close it out, we were taken through the 5 factorial clap. So we'll just appreciate each and every of our graduates this afternoon. So we'll take it from the top. 1, 2, go. Thank you so much. So at this point in time, I'd like to welcome Nabiha to the stage, and she will speak to us. So Nabiha, please, and let's appreciate her as she makes her way to the stage. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Dan. On behalf of Cyber Shujaa program, it's my profound honor to deliver the vote of thanks on this memorable graduation day. First and foremost, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our distinguished guests, Madam Immaculate Kasait, Mr. Emmanuel Carter, Mr. Philip Irode, Dr. Boyo, the team from KBA, Ms. Bernice. Thank you so much. All protocols observed. To CFYE, Beatrice, our funding partners, we're truly indebted to you for your investment and trust in this program. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to Cyber Shujaa principals and team. I know the last few weeks have been nothing short of intense, but thank you for your tireless dedication and mentorship, which have been able to transform this program. To you, SIU, thank you for opening your doors to us, your resources, and your expertise to ensure the success of this program. We'd also like to thank Prof. Judy and Daniel for being our MCs for today. Thank you for the energy, thank you for the warmth, and thank you for keeping us engaged. To our support teams working behind the scenes, thank you for making our day a success. And to the graduates, today is about you. Your hard work, resilience, and determination have brought you this far. And we are proud to celebrate you today. A round of applause for you guys. Today you carry the spirit of Cyber Shujaa with you, and knowing that you've learned from us, and we trust that you'll carry us wherever you go. Finally, to everyone present today, thank you for celebrating with us and believing our vision and for walking this journey with us. May this graduation not mark an end, but rather a beginning of collaboration, innovation, and impact. Thank you. Prof. Judy, we're saving the best for last.
Usually this is my best part, and I think Nabiha knows it. Mahali tunakula chakula. You know those parts, eh? Yeah, the part where we are really excited to come to the end of the graduation. It's not really the end, because our students will have a chance to go and pick their certificates in the breakout rooms where, as indicated. We already told you what the colors of the cards we have mean, right? Maybe we could listen to them again.
So if you have a pink card, if you're given a pink card, you will be served. Let me start with where you will go, and then after that, what will happen, and now the lunch aspect. So, great. So we have the different breakout rooms. So the auditorium is where we are located currently. So DPO, Data and AI, Entrepreneurship and Women in Cybersecurity, we remain here. Then from there, we'll have different groups going to the School of Humanities. So the School of Humanities, you'll just go straight ahead, make a right turn, follow the main road, you'll see the School of Humanities. And there we'll have quite a number of rooms. So LT7 will be Security Analyst group, LT8, Cloud and Network Security, and then Cisco Ethical Hacker Cohort 2 and Cohort 3 will be in the same building but different rooms. That is SR2 and SR3. And then lastly, ICT Council Essentials will be in room SR4. However, if you need any help, if you see any of our team members, that is the ushers, and those who registered you at the information desk out here, they will help you and guide you in terms of where you need to go. And then once the certificates are issued, we shall also guide you on where you will go for lunch. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much for that. Again, in our midst, we had a guest. She didn't say hi. She came though. Ako, sindio. The reason she came is that Sharon is a HR at FinTech, and she wanted to see what we do so that she can employ all of you.
Hi, everybody. You know, as a HR, you have to communicate in advance and say, I'm running late. That's what we are used to in case you run late. So thanks a lot, the team, for an amazing graduation. Today, I'm not seeing graduands. I'm seeing talent. And I'm really proud that Cyber Shujaa gave us 3 amazing software developers at FinTech. And I'm really proud that this is a program that really works. So today, maybe I might leave with a few of you that have excelled, just to be able to tap into the talent we've seen today. And I hope that this is just the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And of course, that is also to get us opportunities for internship, where some of us can actually participate. So again, this is the best time for me. So I'm very happy. Even if I repeat best 3 times, you have to understand. I'm really, really excited. So normally it is the women who do the cooking and the everything. But nowadays, when you say that affirmative action, it will also be affirmative action for the cake cutting also. Our DVC is with us. We'll do this together. We'll do this together, and we'll invite our guest, who of course came along with the deputy, to also support us in cutting the cake. This will be very nice for us because, and if they cut it very fast, it's even better, isn't it? Remember, my best part is which one? Eating the cake. So, Dr. Boyo, please come in. Our chief guest, please come in. Please come in so that we could cut the cake, please. We usually don't have a song. Do you want us to sing? Amita, prolong the eating of the cake. Will it prolong the eating of the cake? Do we sing a song? Eh? Watu wako na njaa, si ndio? So this is their third last activity from here after cutting the cake. Usually we do the group photos. They like putting these things on social media, TikTok. So TikTok activity will happen outside here, outside the library, where the students will have a chance to take pictures with you. And then after that, we have a sumptuous lunch that has been prepared by the Chandaria School of Business at the roof, at the training kitchen. So you are welcome for all these activities. In the meantime, we wish that we cut the cake. Do we have anything special we say? Or we give them a countdown, right? I've been told to wait a bit because picture. TikTok. It's very important that we take pictures, so let's give them a minute for them to be able to take the pictures before the cutting happens, isn't it? Then the next thing we are going to do is, because it's our 5th graduation, we are going to count 1 up to 5. So on the 5th one, they will cut the cake, isn't it? Because we are the 5th graduating group. Is that okay? So we can start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you so much for cutting the cake. I'm counting seconds to the time I actually eat it. Sasa sijui wataendelea kukata aje. Umekata nusu. Thank you so much. So the cake will be available for all of us to be able to partake of it. It will be provided wherever we'll be having lunch. Is that okay? So at this moment, we want to thank everyone who came and graced our occasion. Nabiha already gave us the vote of thanks. And for us at USIU Africa and the Cyber Shujaa team, we are truly honored. KBA has worked with us. Patrick, hi. Patrick anakuanga mtu wetu huko. You know you have to have mtu wenu huko. Patrick is our mtu wetu huko and he has done for us very well. Fidel is just missed. I think he has other activities he's doing today, but KBA has really been grateful. Usually it's good to thank the guests, but also to thank our DVC. Thank you for being with us. So the next activity now will be to take photos. So what we will do is that we will sit here, and then we'll allow our guests to go and take the first photos outside the auditorium, and then we'll tell you in faces how you're taking photos. The first group will be the security analyst, followed by the cloud group. But the MC will guide you. So we allow our guests now to gracefully walk towards the auditorium where we'll be taking the first photos at that particular place. Thank you so much. Asanteni. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's appreciate our guests as they step out. All right. So we'll give them a few, then we'll have the different groups walk out and take photos, then proceed to the different rooms. As I said earlier, in case you have any issue or you are not able to make it to any of the rooms, please speak to the ushers or our colleagues around the different registration desks. They shall be able to guide you. So media team, as we wait, maybe you can give us some music so that we just don't sit here. And maybe I will request, if possible, you play All My Enemies Are Suffering, so that as we post today, najua leo status zitakuwa full of certificates and all manner of things. So just give us something a bit as we now proceed on to take the photos, and then I will guide you in terms of how to do that. Thank you so much. And also, I don't think you had a chance to congratulate the person seated next to you. So just shake their hand and say, congratulations, we made it. We made it. Maybe we never saw their faces. Ulikuwa tunaona icons, DN, MS. Now you get to put a face to the names on the online class. So media team, please go ahead.